Look, he trying to get together now. Look at him. Soon as I said I'm gonna just go live, you started panicking. How do I look? Am I fit for this camera?
I
Going
start patting
through.
my face and patting my beard down.
Soon as I said
I
that, you
s-
start grabbing your chin.
start powdering my nose, huh? Yeah.
Oh boy. Yes, greetings everyone. Thank you for tuning in to another episode on Real Radio Talk. Okay, this evening we have Kufu Haru streaming out of Virginia right about now. And we're gonna
Greetings, family.
we're gonna talk about some good topics, relationships, the black family, even relationships dealing in Rastafari, relationships dealing in Kemet, relationships dealing in the conscious community in general. And we also going to scrape the surface on this music industry, how this music is also coming between the relationship. Because if you're a man, all you see is you look at me as a B and a hoe. And if you're a woman, you're going to start accepting you're being a hoe, then you're going to start acting like what you're being called. And we can
Right.
zoom that in to a lot of reasons, but tonight we're going to zoom it into the music industry putting out these negative tunes to make us think bad and sad and low vibratory about ourselves. And then on the next time we come on, we'll get more deeper into how this music has really spoiled the black race in general, black people all
In
over the
general,
world. Yeah,
I agree.
these frequencies are not good for us or our children, and we're feeding it to our children every day, not realizing the trauma that we're causing for them. And then you wonder why he's shooting up the neighborhood, why he's robbing and stealing, don't want to go to school, want to sell drugs, why he thinks bad of himself. Well, we can definitely get into that on a part 2 episode of the destruction of the music industry and the black family. But tonight, like I said, we'll just touch surface, and then we're going to really more talk about, how could we bring the black family together, some solutions after we talk about all the problems. Then we'll come up with some, opinionated solutions that we feel will work, because not everybody come from a mother and father household. So we
Right.
have to understand what happened to them and where they come from. So, but before we do that, I wanted to play a 7-minute clip with Baba Valentine going in how disappointed he is from watching the BET was, and how this music has turned into trash music, and it's just raising our little young boys and girls to either be bitches and hoes, or the boys want to be girls, whatever the case may be. So let me
Thugs and gangsters, all that.
exactly. Let me know if you can hear it when I play it, because I'm about to play it now.
Okay.
Our children. I was watching this BET award, and it was sickening to watch what it was crap. And I don't care if you don't like me anymore for saying it, but it's garbage. Garbage. This woman talking about singing, pull my panties to the side or some nonsense like that. That's music.
Yeah.
It's sick. And y'all need to do something about the music that they that BET award. I'm sorry, I'm going to rant off, but when I saw the kind of crap that they put out there, people with a mic, say something, sing something, play something. Everybody want to hear, the hell you doing with a mic?
Okay. We used to fight over that mic.
Music was looking funny in the 60s and 70s when we dressed in idiotic. But check the music was coming out. We looked funny in the clown costumes and stuff, but no music was like that. That was a renaissance in so-called melanated or copper tone music. Today, they're not teaching. It took them.
It has an echo to it.
Yeah, he just broke up a little bit. That's from his side. It'll come back.
Okay. Okay.
It does. Okay, let me
Yeah, Doc's frozen.
You there? Yeah.
I know
You
what
see me? Yeah.
gotta do.
There's one beat playing something over there, or you all are sampling old music. Why don't you learn music? Copy the old music. Play something or write something that matches the music you're sampling.
Right.
You think the only thing they want to push is this? It's a dumb down. It's dumbing you down. Real hip hoppers, they're gone.
Mhm.
The ones who really were trying to keep the message going, keep the beat going, keep the true music going. That's very few. I like the one brother Black Dot's music.
Cambada. Yeah.
I played that. That's the opening of my. I played their music in my to my last webinar, and it's gonna be the opening to this webinar.
Dope.
See what I'm saying? Because they got something to say.
Right.
All this other themselves on stage.
Mm.
I don't want to see you swiping ready to have a baby.
Mm.
The hell's all that about? I mean, ain't y'all numb already to all of that nonsense?
You would think, right? Like, how long can we take of this nonsense?
But I'm saying that is what is your soul. That's what music destroys. Why you think all soul music?
Facts.
Because you were feeling.
Yeah.
You fell in love with the music. How many babies were born listening to Barry White? How many babies were born listening to Isaac Hayes, the Delphonics? That's when you were in love. We were talking love. We just love our women. We talk love to our women. Now we want to call them bitches and hoes and the hoe. Now that's become part of our language. That's what you are. You a bitch and a hoe.
Sad.
What the hell?
Doc going off, y'all. Doc going off. Because Doc is a musician. Some of y'all don't know. Doc is a musician. So this.
Listen. The arranger, a new Maurice White. I met him back in the day. Fell in love with him. Listen to true music.
They won't give me the
you know, and get back to that. Learn and pick up an instrument, because that's what you call your spirit catcher. An instrument is a spirit catcher. When you play it, after the instrument resists you, it's the hardest thing to get. You play bass, toughen up your fingers, and your hands got to get strong. You got to work through it until, and all of a sudden, as soon as you yourself, it begins to all the beautiful music. But it traps you first, it enslaves you.
That's true.
And then frees you. That's what you have to do. You have to catch the spirit catcher. Those are the lyricists. I'm hearing some monstrous lyricists from the old rappers, man. It was so good to listen to hip hop from back in the days until I think Tupac talking all and he heard me. And one of my old guitar players.
Can you hear it on your end? It's like breaking up on my end.
Now's is music.
Yeah, I was just trying to mute my mic.
Big change took place, and they stated that music anymore, just the rappers, that they changed the.
I can't hear it at all now.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
I wanted to look at it because our niece,
I can hear it now.
My granddaughter was dancing, and so we said we want to see her dance with Lizzie, and she danced, saw her, and then after that, it turned into this thing. I was seeing it together, and then all of a sudden, somebody was outside in the audience, and they said, "Time to listen to the baddest music ever played." This woman came out, and the guy came out. Oh. And she's singing to me thinking, and he said, "Oh," I'm saying that's not the baddest music ever played by black people.
Not even by far. Not even.
Doc is bad at the state of.
I'm sorry, man. That was the what my wife told me. Say something about that, you know.
Oh man.
I'm just
don't make you that bad.
It does. I'm furious when I start looking at our brothers and sisters talking this nonsense. What pissed me off is that they're following up the nastiest shit. Women slut themselves, and that's going to be free.
Yeah.
That's you. You go, girl. No, that's nasty. And you're just training our young girls to be hoes. You got Cardi B talking to the goddamn president. How the hell you have Cardi B as your representative?
Wow.
You lost your mind.
Right.
Sorry, it was a bitchy, but I'm sorry it was a bit shaky. But I think I hope the listeners got the gist of what he was saying.
I definitely did. I mean, he hit the nerve. Like he hit where it was, he struck nerves with me. You know what I mean? Because the things that he was saying are things that I've been feeling. You know what I mean? About music, because see, hip hop is the most influential genre of music on this planet, hands down. Hip hop is who wants to, what, you can go anywhere in this country or anywhere in any other country, and you're going to see people with Tupac shirts on and everybody
Clan.
knows. Yeah, Wu-Tang Clan. I mean, it's global. You can go anywhere
That's
on this
true.
planet, and hip hop is like the main influence musically. You know, then even you can go to like Japan. They have their cultural music, but then they got these Japanese dancers pop locking and break dancing, and you can go
Drum
anywhere.
dancing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And see, I feel like first they tried to ban hip hop. I don't know if you remember President Reagan. It was like at first they was trying to like shut rap music down, right? And then that didn't work. So if it was kind of like, if you can't beat it, join it, infiltrate it, manipulate it, change it, make use of it, make it to where we can use it to our benefit. And that's what they did. Hip hop has been infiltrated.
Yes.
And the stuff that the elder was talking about, I absolutely loved the elder. The stuff that he was talking about, it's been years in the making to get it to where it is today.
I love what he's saying. I love it so much, Kufu. I want to play it again. That's how much I love. He just said everything in those 7 minutes that I could have said in an hour.
Man, who you telling? Like,
and I like how he said, I don't care if you don't like me anymore.
Yeah, because people don't like the truth anymore. People don't like to be chastised anymore. People don't like to be corrected anymore. People,
sure
you know what I mean? They get offensive. They get offended just for, and they attack the messenger. They always attack the messenger, and they don't do research on the message. They don't listen to what the message is. They always attack the messenger, because, when you're in the dark and then someone suddenly turns the light on, it hurts your eyes. It hurts for that light to be shined on you like that. And you're never ready. Notice when somebody turns the light on unexpectedly, you don't be ready for it.
You wake up kicking and scratching.
you wake up with an attitude. It's not comfortable. It's not comfortable to for that, and that's basically what, when you speak the truth nowadays to our people, or if you talk about anything that they don't agree on, and you have that light, and you have the light of truth, that's just like it's like turning on a light, and the roaches run
They
when you
start
turn that light on.
scattering.
They start
Exactly.
scattering. They start scattering. You know what I mean? And metaphorically speaking, that's what's happening. You know what I mean? So that's why he had to say, I don't care if you don't like me no more, because guess what? It's gonna be out of 5 people,
Mm-hmm.
3, maybe 4 are going to have a problem with what he said. But there's going to be one person to be like, you know what? That resonates with my spirit. I know that I'm
Exactly.
feeling that. You know what I mean? And like, I want to get back to what I was saying. Hip hop is the most influential music genre on this planet, hands down. It's not up for debate. It is, right? So because they couldn't ban it and destroy it and put it to the back seat, they infiltrated it.
That's
The
right.
powers that be. And let's not
Mm-hmm.
we don't even need to say no names. We all know who we talking about. The
Exactly.
powers that be infiltrated hip hop, right? They got rid of the public enemies and the the
KRS One.
the KRS
Mm-hmm.
ones. They got rid of them. They replaced Public Enemy with NWA. I'm not saying anything bad about Ice Cube. I love Ice Cube. I love Easy E. They all branched off and did their own thing, and they all were successful in what they did. But you know, they replaced revolutionary music with gangster rap. See what I mean? And gangster rap became, you
That's what
know,
turned into the bees and the hoes that we see
that's
today
what turned
in
it.
the lyrics.
I don't care nothing about bitches and hoes. Bitches ain't nothing but hoes and tricks, right?
Exactly.
It went from fight the power, right, and don't believe the hype, to bitches ain't hoes, bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks, right?
Right.
And I was bumping it. I used to play it.
Yeah, I know.
You know
Cruise
what I'm
down
saying?
the
So it's
street in
like,
my 6'4". Yeah.
and it's like, if you look at it like that, you know, you can see where the change happened. And then it went from gangster rap to this. It just got crazier and crazier until what it
The
is today.
mumbling, the mumbling rap, and talking
At
about how you
least the gangster, at least
talk.
NWA and all them had a story to tell. Best Ice Cube is one of the best lyricists. It ain't really too many people out there that can write a rap lyrically like Ice Cube. A
Yeah,
storyteller.
he was
They
writing
ain't,
easy stuff. Yeah,
yeah, he was the writer for NWA. That was his
exactly.
mind. That cruising down the street in Mike's 4 came from the mind of Ice Cube. Easy E, just he was the character, you know, to rap
He
it.
had the
But
voice. Yeah, he had the voice.
yeah, so I say
And you
all
see
that to
that
say,
easy. Oh, I'm sorry. You see that easy E? Another Virgo.
wow, you know what? You're
I'm
really
a Virgo.
like,
You out tonight?
you are like you, but I don't, like, Zodiac is not my
I know. I know.
like, I don't, I know that the dates and the years that somebody is born, and it's the stars being aligned a certain way when you're
Certain
born. I
traits.
know that does
Yeah.
affect you. It affects who you are and your characteristics and all of that. I do understand that, but I never really got deep into the Zodiac. But you schooling me on that Zodiac thing. Like, um I think Beyonce is a Virgo.
Yeah,
Easy is
she
a
is.
matter of fact. Easy E's birthday is September 7th, and my birthday is September 8th. I do remember
Exactly.
that. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? And a lot of artists, a lot of people who are Virgos are musically inclined. I don't know that has something to do with it or not, but
Like Ludacris. He's another Virgo.
see, I didn't know. I didn't know none of that. I
You
knew
know,
Easy E was a Virgo, but and I knew Beyonce was a Virgo, but I didn't really know about Baba Valentine. He's a Virgo. I didn't know that. I didn't know. So yeah, that's it's surprising in one way, but once you realize it, it's not surprising in another. You know what I
right,
mean? It makes sense to me. But
right. Yeah, but
I,
anyway, So you know how Baba was talking about our daughters are just going to be growing up being bitches and whores. Do you feel that got a lot to do with the black relationship and the destruction of the black family?
I feel like that's what I was trying to get to. Because hip hop is so influential, it's in every household. It's the music that kids sneak off to listen to. It's the most influential. It's hitting directly,
Right.
you know. So what I'm saying is they took it and took something positive, infiltrated it, and made it something negative. Because
Mm-hmm.
we all know the whole mission is to keep the black family separated, right? Keep us from coming together. There is a straight up, it ain't even a conspiracy. It just is what it is. There's some powers that be, right? That has a mission designed to keep us separated, to keep us deaf, dumb, and blind, right? To keep the children um, from discovering who they are and their greatness and their magnificence. You know what I mean? It just
Right. Right.
is. It ain't up for debate. It ain't even nothing to argue about.
Yeah, and that's on
Uh,
purpose
it-
for real.
so, and they
Hmm.
using hip hop, right? That's one of the main tools right now. That's one of the main tools that they're using to, because like he said Cardi B talking to the president. Why
Why?
couldn't it be someone?
Why couldn't it been Baba Phil?
Why couldn't it? Yeah. Why couldn't it been someone like that? Why couldn't it been like a Erica Badu or a
Thank you.
some or a Lauren Hill or someone
That's gonna make it make sense.
that's gonna make it make sense, that is, that's actually like has some sense of decency and love for self and respect for self and love for their people. Cardi B don't give a damn about none of us.
I know. I know.
All she care about is money and looking like she thinking she the bad. It can't rap worth a lick. That ain't even rap. The stuff she talk, that ain't even rap to me. And I'm not saying this to talk bad about her. I don't know her as an
A person.
individual,
Yeah, yeah.
but the lyrics and the what she represents and the stuff she talks about it's crap. It's garbage. It is garbage. You know what I mean? I gotta agree with the Baba. It's garbage. And millions of little girls all around the world. It ain't just America. It's global. She the number one artist. She one of the number one artists, right? What does she talk about? Does she say anything positive about anything?
Nope.
I mean, so that's just one person. Then there's the Nicki Minaj's, the Little Kims. Little Kim she ain't even a hot mess right now. She's a it's not hot mess. That's a little too. That's too nice.
I can't even believe
She's
I'm seeing what I'm seeing. I just can't. I believe it, but it's just like, wow, you went that deep on yourself? For what? So the whole world could be laughing at you right now? I done seen she look like a leprechaun. I done seen look like her legs look like drumsticks. I done heard where's her neck? She looked
it
like she
is
from Tales of the
it's
Crypt.
you know what? It's sad. It's sad. It's really sad what she did to herself. And you know what it come from? Wanting to insecure within her own natural beauty. She was insecure within her own natural beauty. Like she didn't have to do none of that. She looked way better just
Thank
being
you.
who she was naturally.
For real.
Way better. Like who told you it was something wrong with you to make you change yourself to that, like into a monster basically? Who told you that it was something wrong with you, your skin tone, your high cheekbones? She don't even have cheekbones no more. It just look like you know how a squirrel have their cheeks full when they eating? She got it just
Yeah.
looked like a squirrel cheeks or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't even
exactly.
describe.
Like
I
somebody
can't really
put air
describe
in
it.
her mouth. Mm-hmm.
So, and
Mm-hmm.
I ain't saying that to talk bad about the sister. I love her as a sister, as my sister. I don't love what she did to herself, and I'm just talking about it. That's it. I don't have to. That's not something I'm gonna agree with. I
Sure.
don't agree with all this fake stuff. The black woman is the most beautiful woman on earth, hands down. You don't have to do nothing to yourself to look good. You look good naturally. You don't gotta go get fake this and fake that and bleach your skin and put all this weird. You don't let other people do that. They the ones that you know. You the walking God on the earth. You the baddest thing on this planet. You don't have to do nothing to yourself like that, and it always backfires on them if you notice it. So, but see, that's part of the image that hip hop is the music industry. That's part of that image, you know. She felt like she had to compete. Little Kim felt like she had to compete with the Cardi B's and the Nicki Minaj's. I gotta make myself look like they got fake butts, so I gotta get a fake butt. They got fake this, so I gotta get a fake this. She light skinned it, so I gotta bleach my skin. It was like a competition thing, and all she did was tear herself up.
Yeah, because
So
she is much lighter. She is much
that
lighter.
she was chocolate.
I
Little
know.
Kim was chocolate when she first came out. She don't look like that no more. She look watered, bleached, watered down, something going on. So anyway, I say all that to say hip hop has become toxic. And it hurts me to say that because we created it. Just like we create everything. It's crazy how we create something, they take it from us, infiltrate it, molest it, mess it up, twist it, put dirt on it, and give it back to us. And we accept it.
And we take it with pride and stride. Mm-hmm.
It's like you order a fish dinner and somebody take it outside and rub your fish through the dirt and put it back on your plate and give it to you and we eat it.
Exactly.
That's what they it's like they take what we create, mess it up and give it back to us and we just accept it as is.
Right.
And don't question nothing. Don't be like, well, why does this fish taste like it has rocks in it when I bite it? You know what I mean? We don't question nothing. We just take it as is.
Yeah. Oh, that's how it's supposed to taste. Yeah, they wouldn't give me rocks to eat. Mm-hmm.
And then wonder why you sick. Wonder why you having health problems. Because they feeding you poison, right? So that's what hip hop is right now. It's not. It was
Not even hip hop anymore.
I don't even call it hip hop no more.
I don't even know what to call it. Rap. I don't even know if I can call it rap because, like you said, even when rap came out, even though it was gangster rap, it still had a story to tell. This is I don't see what like Baba Phil said. Oh, just on the stage screaming out ho ho. You got the mic in your hand. Back in the day, they would fight over the mic. If you ain't got nothing to say, pass the mic.
And guess what? Something else. See, hip hop. Hip hop was more than just a person holding a mic too. Remember, it was the DJ.
That's right. The beat
and it was the dancers.
Mm-hmm.
And that all that was together to make it was a culture. It was a lifestyle. It wasn't just these Negroes looking like they got stockings on, look like they got their grandmama's jewelry on, neck chain so tight it's about to choke them. You know, almost look like you got a, you know, look like a Christmas elf or something with them tight ass scarf stockings on, right? Your jeans so tight you can't even like. What is this? What are we? What's really happening to these brothers, right? And then they got all these weird stuff on, just looking like a hot mess, really. You know,
exactly.
It's come to that. There is no DJ. They don't have no DJ behind cutting nothing. They don't have no dancers. It's just a gang of hoodlums, you know, spewing out foulness. And then the kids is looking at this. That's what I'm getting to. The kids is looking at this. The babies, the next generation is looking at this like, oh, I want to be the next Young Thug. I want to be the next all these people. I don't even know none of their names because I don't even listen to their music. I couldn't tell you who is who. They all look the same to me. They all sound the same to me. Nobody has any originality. Nobody if you can remember back in the day, one group didn't sound like the other.
Exactly. They all had their own uniqueness.
Tribe Called Quest didn't sound like Brand Nubians.
Exactly.
And they were both dope. You know what I mean? Now it's just everybody look the same, everybody sound the same, everybody raps in this what is it? It's whatever the vocal thing is. I forget the name of it.
The
Everybody sound the
mumbling.
same.
Mm-hmm.
The voice thing that they sing in. You know what I'm
Right.
trying to say? I forget the name of it. My head's all over the place right now. But everybody sounds the same. Everybody, it seemed like the same person is writing everybody's lyrics. Um,
Exactly.
and everybody has the same negative message. Kill niggas, shoot niggas. I'm shooting everybody. I done shot all kind of people, and I take all kind of drug. I take every drug at once. I'm just high off everything. I'm high off everything. I can't feel my face, and I got so many guns. Then that's ain't that what they saying? I'm not over exaggerating. I'm not over
Exactly.
exaggerating.
For real.
And the
Bragging
women
about how
is
they popping pills, bragging about how
I'm
they
popping pills. I'm high
Mhm.
off everything, and I'm just this big crime boss, and I'm killing, and people are dying. Like, what the hell? What? This is not hip hop anymore. It's just a toxic. It's toxic. I'm trying to figure out a name for it, but it ain't. I'm not going. They need their own genre. They don't need to call themselves hip hop or rap artists anymore. They need to call themselves something else. You know what I'm saying? Because that ain't even. It's done
Mhm.
branched off from being something positive into something totally toxic and negative.
Exactly.
And then
Exactly.
wonder why kids, if you look at the news, young black youth is just murdering each other, like dropping like flies. I thought my generation growing up was crazy, being from Los Angeles, being from the gang capital, you know, of the world, basically. Growing up, in Los Angeles, I thought we was crazy, but these kids is they 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 took the cake.
Yeah, it's
You
something like
know,
borderline retarded.
it's just
Mhm.
done got. I didn't even think it can get worse than what it was when I was growing up. But I will
Real.
say these kids, y'all,
Real.
I stay away from them. I stay away from them because I look young. I look younger than what I really am. So I don't want to. I don't want you to think I'm what you are. I don't even want to think you something. I'm something to what you might think I am.
Yeah, I'm not in that category either.
I'm not
That's
in
right.
that.
Mm-mm.
If I'm in line, if I go to a store and a group of youngsters come in there, look, y'all can have. I'm gonna let you get in front of the line of me. Go ahead, just stay out of the way. Because I don't know. All of them probably got a gun on them,
Anyway.
and they
Mm-hmm.
don't value life. They don't value life. They don't value your life or theirs, and they don't have enough wisdom, and they've never had any positive role model or anything to show them and teach them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? To value life. So it's not that I'm scared. It's just that I'm smart enough to stay out of the way of that. Because if you don't love yourself, you don't love me. You know what I mean? I got kids. I got kids your age. I might not look like I do. See what I
Exactly.
mean?
That's what I
And
be trying
see
to tell them.
all the time. I have to
I
say that
wasn't
all the
born
time.
yesterday. I'm not born tomorrow. And I damn sure
So
wasn't born yesterday. And that's the problem with them. They're coming from that one parent household.
yes,
A mother could raise a son. She can teach him how to be a man. Nonsense.
she can raise a good person. She can teach you morals. She can teach you some degree of discipline, but she can't teach you how to be a man. It's impossible. It's impossible for a woman to just like teach you how to be a man. She can teach you how to be a good person. She can teach you how to respect people. You know what I
And
mean? But
yeah,
there's
teach you
certain
how to
things
treat a
about it,
lady. Mm-hmm.
right? There's certain things about being a man that only a man can teach these boys. And if the man ain't in the house, he's going to be extra emotional because he's being raised by a woman. He's going to be more tapped into his feminine aspects, his feminine side. Not saying he's going to turn out like homosexual or anything. That ain't got nothing to do with it. It's just
Yeah,
these. If you
I know.
so sensitive to where if I step on your shoe, you kill me. You too. You are too. That's you too emotional. You see what I'm trying to say? Like if A real man ain't gonna kill you because you stepped on his shoe.
Exactly. Exactly.
And a lot of these cats is little boys in grown man bodies. They're immature spiritually, mentally. You might have a beard bigger than, you might have a full beard, might be fuller than mine. You might be able to bench press 600 pounds, right? But if you ain't ever had that positive that man in your life to teach you certain things of how to react to certain things and maneuver in these streets, it's gonna be you're gonna end up doing something. You're gonna end up letting your emotions get ahead of you, and you're gonna end up hurting somebody or getting yourself hurt, or it's just no good outcome, right? So I saved all of that to say the hip hop that of today plays a huge role in gun violence, right? On the woman's side, it you know, like Valentine say, teaching them how to be a hoe. You're putting a price tag on your body. You know, you're not valuing yourself as a, you know, the mother of civilization. None of them women, none of Cardi B, none of them don't value themselves as, oh well, I am like the mother of civilization. If it wasn't for me and who I am and my ancestors and who I really am, there wouldn't be anyone else. All life came through me. See, that's way more powerful than the value that they think they putting on themselves. You know what I mean? And it comes from, like I said, it ain't no positive rap no more. It ain't no positive hip hop anymore. It's just, now it might be a handful of people. I don't know everybody by name. I'm not gonna say it's just nobody out there that's being positive. That would be kind of speaking too much. But there's a lot of underground rappers that they get no play, they get no ear, they get no radio play. This positive. Right. I know a lot of people in LA. I know a lot of underground rappers in LA that is dope, man. Like one of the baddest people you'll hear, but they don't get, nobody want to hear that right now. They want to hear what you see on the BET Awards. Obviously, that's what people want to hear. And when you say something about it, we wrong. Like me and you wrong. I'm sure some people are disagreeing with us right now. Just because we ain't.
I feel like Baba Valentine's, and I don't care if you don't like me no more. Because if you can't see this setup and you can't see the mass destruction.
You know what's crazy? And it don't be that they don't like you. They don't like themselves. It ain't about me. I ain't saying nothing wrong. I'm not saying anything wrong. I'm just calling it like I see it. You know, you don't like yourself. If you don't like, you know, if you don't like the fact that me and you are talking about how toxic the industry is, you need to look a little further into yourself. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with that. Ain't got nothing to do with me. You can't even take it personal. I learned you can't take it personal no more. You know what I mean?
No, you can't.
Speak your truth and keep pushing.
Yeah.
Some people will get it and some people ain't. And it's levels to this. It's levels to knowledge of self. It's levels to learning. You know, everybody is not going to learn on the same way or at the same time or, you know, in the same it's just different. You know, it's just levels to learning. And you just got to learn to accept people on the whatever level they on. You know, so that's that. So he was definitely right. He didn't say anything wrong. It is trash. It is garbage. You know, when I turn on the radio, I don't even be knowing what I don't know. Sometimes I be feeling like I'm getting old because I can hear myself sounding like how my parents used to sound to me. You know what I mean? Right. Like my sons, I have a 22-year-old and a 21-year-old, and they listen to all that garbage. They listen to it, right? And some of the things that I tell them is some of the stuff that my mom and dad would tell me back when I was listening to NWAs and Too Short. My mom couldn't stand Too Short. I mean, she has a personal vendetta against Too Short. If you even say that name, she just couldn't stand Too Short because every time I pushed play, all you would hear is bitch, like
Like
I
that's the
mean, my
only
mom.
vocabulary he know.
Oh my God! Like she would just flip out when me and my brother would play Too Short. You know
But
what I mean?
at least you had a mom that was on that level, because you got some moms that listen to Too Short too. So you and the mother listening to Too Short.
And that was crazy to me because, like I said, coming from
Yeah, let's talk about that parent, that two parent or one parent household. That's definitely destroying the average black
that's part of it.
relationship now.
Yeah, it ain't just hip hop. Hip hop is just one aspect of the destruction of the black family. They using that as a good tool, but the way they got things set up. Everything we try, they find a way to get in the middle of it and mess it up, and it contributes to how dysfunctional things is. And the single parent home, like for example, I can remember when welfare, they used to make sure that there was no man in the house. Back when there was food, when there was a food stamp, not a card, a food stamp, book of food stamps. They used to look like dollar bills.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so when a woman would when a mother would get on food stamps, and I don't know how it was anywhere else, but I'm in Los Angeles. When a woman would get on food stamps, the county would come look in your house, look in your closet, and see if there's any man shoes or any man clothes. The father could not be in the house if you got on any type of help from the county. They would literally come to your house and look through your closet to see if it was a man living there.
That's sad.
I'm not anybody do the research. Anybody do research. Don't believe what I say. Do your own research and you'll see that what I'm saying is exactly the truth. What is that? Tell me that ain't tell me that ain't an agenda to separate the black family. Run the man off, right? The kids is going to be born without that father figure. And the woman is going to have to rely on the government. And what does that do to her over time? She loses respect for the man. The man gets exited out. She's sitting there stressed out with these kids by herself. That creates a division. That makes her mad. That makes her frustrated that she has to deal with these kids and daycare and I'm just a single mother and I'm struggling and this dude is just somewhere else. You know what I mean? They got in between that and and now they done perfected it. They always know they can perfect chaos. They know how to perfect isfet. You know what I mean? They can perfect it. They know how to. They're perfect with it now. Child support, all that. It's a whole setup. You know what I mean? To keep you separated. They keep and then the woman be like, "Hey, well, I need this child support because I got your kid." And then the man is like, "Well, damn." But I
don't even get to see my children.
and if you are seeing your children, they've messed your credit up. They charge you interest. Like if you owe them something, they charge you. Man, they threaten you, talking about they're gonna take your car. Or how am I gonna get to work and pay child support if you take my car from me? How am I gonna get a house so I can provide for my family and provide my family food, clothing, and shelter if my credit is screwed up and I can't get a house? You done screwed my credit up, so I can't even get nothing. See what I'm saying? It's like it's a trap. It's a trap. Then people wonder why the black family is separated. It's all kind of reasons. And a lot of the reasons, if you dig deep enough, you'll see that it don't be because of the mom. It don't be because of the dad. It be because of the system. It be because of the way society has how they got things set up. So I don't really blame. Are there some deadbeat dads out there? Yes. Way too many of them.
And that comes from them not having that male figure in their life.
It's a generational. It's a generational thing. It don't happen overnight.
Mommy couldn't give them fill that certain void.
It doesn't happen overnight. It don't happen overnight. It's a generational thing. If your parents is both spiritually, mentally sick, what do you think you're going to be? And then when you have your kids, you're gonna pass that on to them. And then when they have their kids, it's gonna be the same. See, they smart. I gotta give it to them.
Yeah,
The enemy is smart.
he plans well.
The enemy is not a fool, and they know us better than we know us. They know us
Exactly.
better than we know ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
when
because
you,
they know we don't know ourselves. That's right.
yeah, so they just play with us like little dummies. They take our music, mess it up, uh, and give it back to us and be like, "Oh, look at them little fools killing each other. This guy, look at this fool with his grandmama's jewelry on, and put a dress on. Put a dress on and put your grandmama's jewelry on and shoot a video. Ha ha ha. See what I'm saying? It's a joke to them. It's like a joke.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got us fighting amongst each other and disagreeing with each other. And they just sit back and be like, yeah, you see, that's what's happening. Correct me if anybody correct me if I'm wrong. I would like to see someone correct me if I'm wrong. I'm open for correction. I don't think I know everything.
Right.
I'm not
Right.
here thinking I know everything. I'm learning. I'm a student. I'm a student I'm a truth seeker. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me. And I'm man enough to be like, all right, well, what I said wasn't true. Right. But I don't think so. I don't think I've said, I think if it's something you disagree with me, it's always another perspective. I respect everybody's perspective. I'm not here to debate or none of that. I'm just here to bring out what everybody already see, right? We already see the music industry is used as a tool to destroy us now. I remember when the Chronic came out, Dr. Dre, the Chronic.
Yeah, I remember that.
I
Mm-hmm.
lost about growing up in Los Angeles, right? I lost about 8 people. 8 people, Bloods and Crips. I grew up with Bloods and Crips. I never joined the gang, but everybody that I grew up with did. The majority, only 1 or 2 of us didn't, probably, right? But generally speaking, I lost about 8 people when that album came out. 8 people because of an album that came out, right? That Bloods and Crips, and then bits. Excuse my language, but bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. When all that, it was just like a influx of violence, gang violence, and killings and drive-bys and all that, because they were glorifying gangsterism. They was glorifying that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it made people see. If you go back to music, all started with the drum. You know what I'm saying? Music all started with the drum, and the drum was used to motivate. When our ancestors beat that drum, we used it when we would go to war. We used it when we wanted it to rain for you know what I mean, for our crops. So music influences your spirit. It influences you in a deeper way than you really even know. So they know that science, right? The enemy knows that we're musical people, right? And it's a part of our genetic. This is part of our genetic build makeup, right? Music is very important to us.
That is true. For
You
real.
see what I'm saying?
Even if we don't
And
become a singer or a musician, you still love music. Even if you can't dance a beat, you still love music.
and it makes you feel a certain way,
Yeah.
depending on what you listen to.
Right. Right.
It's a psychological, and it's subconscious. It's subconscious, so you don't really know. You're not really thinking or paying attention to how it's making you feel, right? What did the Baba Valentine say? He said, "How many babies was created off Barry White?"
For real.
See,
Creating
Barry White
love.
made you want to make love to your woman.
It made you want to love her and respect her too.
Period.
So did the Isley Brothers. Because I grew up on
Period.
that music. I'm a 74.
Marvin Gaye,
I'm born in
Isley Brothers,
1974.
right?
Mhm.
Right? So ain't none of that happening no more. There are no Marvin Gayes. There are no Isley Brothers. There are no Barry Whites. All we got is what we hear, what we see on the BET Awards. And you know what really trips me out, and I might ruffle some feathers when I say this, but I don't care. They always get on stage, and what's the first thing they say? I want to thank God.
Mm-hmm.
I want to thank God for giving me the opportunity to be so foul and
Yeah,
disrespectful and
exactly.
toxic.
I
And
want to
I want
thank
to
God
thank God
for
for being
dumbing
so.
myself down. Mm-hmm. For being dumbed down. Thank you, God, for dumbing me down.
What's
Yeah.
up with that? Right?
Thank you, God, for helping me create trash music.
Something.
I have to wonder what God, because did you hear what Bob and Phil said? He said this thing took over. After the granddaughter danced with the group, and then this
Uh huh.
thing took over. That thing that they calling God ain't God, but they call it God. They call it the creator. You remember he said, and this
I
thing
do
came.
remember he said that. It's a spirit.
Yes.
It's a spirit.
And that
But
entity
just
is real and alive.
and see, that's deep. That's deep because there are things that we can't see. I'm not finna get spooky.
Yeah.
I'm just speaking the truth. If you think that there's nothing that exists outside of what you see, you're a fool. You know why? Because you can step outside and feel the wind blow on your face, but you can't see it, but it's there,
But you
right?
know it's there. Yeah.
Can you grab the air? You can't grab it, but it's
Exactly.
there.
Right.
You breathe, you can breathe, you can take a deep breath right now and feel that oxygen, that wind, the breath of life. You can feel it when you breathe it. You
Yeah.
know it exists, but you can't see it, you can't touch it, you can't catch it and put it in a jar. That's
Mm-hmm.
proof that things exist beyond what you can see, right? So
And
I don't
see,
want to hear nothing about none of that. Like, so, and I say all that to say, what makes you think that there are not certain energy, spiritual influences, energy, spirits that take you over? I ain't talking about no Holy Ghost jiggle wiggle. I ain't talking about no Holy Ghost stuff. You know what I mean? I'm talking about like,
because even that is a spirit that they done conjured up to come into them.
and it ain't holy and it
Quiet
ain't no
as kept.
ghost. You know what
Quiet
I'm
as kept.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I say all that to say, you know, that whatever takes over, it ain't good. It's see because it's positive and negative. There's good things and there's bad things. Period. There's good people. There's bad people.
That's right.
There's good energy. There's positive energy. There's negative energy.
Mm-hmm.
And you can. It's your choice. You can tap into either one of it. Like for example, um, fire can be used to kill, or fire can be used to keep you warm and feed you.
Or to
Right?
heal. Mm-hmm.
It's all your choice. You can choose to use energy and you can choose to tap into that negative spiritual energy, or you can choose to tap into the positive spiritual energy. That's the beauty of being a human, being who we are, is we can make that choice. See what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
That
And the
free will.
people,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and the people in this music industry, we all know they do rituals and it's witchcraft. It's witchcraft behind a lot some of this stuff. Blood sacrifices. It sounds crazy, but it's not. People, it's just the truth.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
just the truth.
All those sex parties. Yes.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in Los Angeles, Hollywood, California. I know people who know people, and ain't nobody tell me nothing. Some stuff I don't even want to talk live on here. Some stuff I can't. I don't even feel comfortable saying. Right? But just let's just say a lot of that stuff you hear is true. Some of it ain't. Some of it is they put extras on stuff. Sometimes people who don't know what they talking about, they put extras on stuff and
Yeah.
make it sound all. They put
Yeah.
extras on it, but there's a lot of stuff going on that involves tapping into certain energies that you can use
To
like fire.
control people. To mind control people.
Yeah, like
Because
energy is not bad or good.
mm-mm.
It's
Exactly.
the person who chooses. It's what you choose to do with it.
Exactly.
See, so these people are choosing to tap into a certain energy and do bad things with it and use it for their benefit and use it to influence others to do bad things. You know, and that's what the music industry is doing right now. Not everybody. I'm not putting everybody under a broad brush. I would be a fool if I just did that. But I'm talking about the people that are the major influencers in the music industry right now. Everybody that Valentine talked about, amongst others. Everybody that like, if you can get on stage and ho ho ho, like what did he say? If you can get on stage and just say that, you ain't got nothing.
You under a spell with that nonsense.
And people bobbing their heads like it's really like it's really.
And they dancing off of that, yeah.
The hell, for real?
Dancing off of that. When back in the day they used to kill the pastor, not literally kill, but come on, man, Pastor Mike, you ain't saying nothing. Let me drop my lines. Let me drop my lyrics.
That's how you know it ain't even.
Get on that mic was an honor.
It ain't no honor no more. They don't even respect it. They don't.
It was an honor. It wasn't nothing to just be playing around with. And if you couldn't rap, you ain't getting the mic. You can't even come in the rap circle if you haven't proved yourself to be worthy, to be lyrical.
And you know what's
and you know music, you can't rap. If you can't rap without music, you are not a rapper. I'm talking about
and to add on to that, yeah, if a lot of these people hopping on the stage, they don't even write their own lyrics.
And back in the days, if you didn't write your own lyrics, you can't be in that circle.
You're not even a real MC. Like, but now you could just.
Like, who does that? Write my song for me, and I pretend it's me. I'm pretending it's authentically for me when it really ain't. Then 10 years later, I'm getting sued because I wrote your music. That's what Ashanti did to Jennifer Lopez. Ashanti was writing all her music. They had to give her credit too because they didn't want to. But with that strong, stern mother she got, Ashanti got her what was due to her. She wrote every song Jennifer sang. And when it was time for Jennifer Lopez to perform those songs live on stage, she couldn't even do it.
See, I didn't know that, but I'm not surprised though. You know, nothing surprises me.
I saw the documentary on that. How Ashanti was being patient with them. Every time she said she turned around, they was asking her, can we let Jennifer sing this? Can we let Jennifer sing this? And she would do it. But at some point, give me mine. You don't remember?
And guess what? Now that and you know now that you
remember that she just came out of the blue. Now she using the word nigga. Now she's all over the screen. You ain't Mariah Carey, honey.
Wow. See, I don't keep up with all that. I don't keep up with
that documentary with Ashanti saying how she had to fight for her musical rights because she was writing music for J-Lo. And I believe it was some more artists too she was writing music for, but that's the one that stuck with me. And then when I remember seeing J-Lo so-called performing at a concert, singing those songs that she was supposed to have wrote, she couldn't even sing them. She didn't even have the voice to sing them because Ashanti was saying that they were using studio equipment to hyping up her voice. She don't even have a singing voice. So they put the Spanish girl up front and had the black girl writing her music.
Hey, but you know, we behind everything. We behind it. We behind everything. You know what I'm saying? They use us.
His music either.
Drake
got a ghostwriter.
Of course he does. You know, that's what they do nowadays.
Have ghostwriters.
People who don't have talent gotta have a ghostwriter now.
But that's not how it used to be, is what I'm saying.
That's not how it used to be, man. Like that's not even real.
Didn't even exist.
How are you real when you don't even do your own? That's not coming from your mind. You're not speaking from your own heart. You're not. The stories you're telling are not your stories.
But let me tell you the difference. You see how we know that Ice Cube was writing Eazy-E lyrics? Eazy-E didn't have a problem saying that. He didn't have a problem saying Ice Cube wrote his rhymes because he didn't think he was a rapper anyway. They made him, they groomed him into being a rapper.
Yeah.
He didn't really want to rap. He was like, this is corny. I don't sound right. And they had to give him the more confidence to do it.
Yeah. And when he started making money, he just was like, all right, let's do it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So, but we knew from the jump that it was Ice Cube writing the music. We knew from the jump.
Because the minute he left NWA fell off and Ice Cube blew up.
Thank you.
America's Most Wanted. I know I told you about that album before. That is one of my number one. Ain't nobody came out with nothing since. And there's some other ones too. He got about 2 or 3 albums when he was on top.
Yeah.
Ice Cube.
When he went solo.
When he went solo, ain't nobody came out with nothing like that since. Period. hands down. We can debate all day about it. Find me an album. The closest person that resonated with me, like I said, was Tupac. Second, to resonate with me as far as his storytelling and his revolutionary spirit and
Yes,
things of
yes.
that nature. And then he kind of, he got with the wrong people
Yeah,
later on.
Like Baba was saying, exactly.
Yeah, he got with the wrong people. And then where did it lead him to?
His death, yeah. Hmm. Messing
And
around, excuse my language, fucking around with Suge Knight.
gangster rap, messing around with them gangsters, right?
That's right.
Ain't nothing good but dead or in jail. Everybody I know that I grew up with that was gangbangers and are dead and in jail. Period.
Or on
It's
drugs
like are on drugs or in a wheelchair,
because they got shot up and they can't walk. I know it.
sitting up in church somewhere in a wheelchair, looking, messed up. Period. So
Hmm.
if that's if that's the path you want to take, go ahead and take it. Everybody else, you think you're gonna end up different or better off than the people who went before you?
I'll
That's
wait.
why I trip off of
I'll
it.
wait to see it. I'll wait to see the difference.
So and then if you notice another thing, like in the music industry, everybody want to be Bloods. Now all of a sudden there's Bloods in all these weird little states and stuff. Like, and they
Remember
don't.
Chris Brown? All of a sudden he wanted to be a blood.
Everybody's a Blood now. First it was Crips. See, when Snoop Dogg was them, everybody was Crips, and then it went to Lil Wayne became a Blood. And when Lil Wayne them became a Blood, then everybody else think they Bloods. And this is what I be telling people.
And they don't even understand the foundation of the blood.
They dying over streets that there's never even went to visit. And if you took your red rag to LA right now and was running around talking about you a Blood, you might lose your life. And it might be Bloods that take your life because they don't respect you.
That's
Because
right.
you don't, what are you like? That's what they fail to realize is gangs of LA don't respect these other cats running around out here talking about they Bloods. I don't care how hard you think you are. I don't care how much money you got or how many guns you got, or I don't care about none of that. They don't respect that. And you can't tell me anything because that's where I'm from. I know exactly what I'm talking about. They might look at you like, oh, that's cool, that's cute, but you're not real. You didn't get put on in the alley in the hood.
Exactly.
You way over, you 1,000 miles away from the hood, but you run around talking about you from that. So it's just it's really messy, and that's another thing that the music industry is doing too, and it's just messing people up right now. It ain't no positivity in it, and it's bleeding through the black family because these kids is growing up off of that because they parents was, it's like it's a generational thing. What can we do? What can we do about that? Like, we have to do
That's
more
that
than just
toxic
talk about
parent.
it.
That's that toxic parent household. You understand what I'm saying? That toxic parent household. And a lot of them don't want to admit that they have toxic parent issues. A lot of them don't want to admit they got mommy and daddy issues. And if you're in denial about it and you think, oh, because we're on good terms, I'm good, you're not good. You're not good. How could you be good when you've been scarred by your parents? Yeah, like you said, the wound might heal, but the scar is still there. You could get over a relationship without any scars sometime. Some women and men be like, I'm glad I'm out of that relationship. I was healed when I left that relationship. So not everybody get out of relationships scarred up. But a toxic mother and father that wasn't there for you, or if grandma raised you, or you only had the mom in the house, or
That
your
stays
dad
with
was
you
in and
forever.
out. Exactly. You can't tell me you over that. I don't care how conscious you are. I don't care
And
how
and and
I don't
and,
care how
and
long you've been in this conscious game. That
yeah,
scar is still there because it shows in how you treat your baby mothers. It shows how many
yes,
baby mothers you have. If you got 4, 3, 4, 5 different baby mothers and ain't none of them resonating with you, they all want to take you to court for child support, or they all don't have nothing nice to say about you. That says a lot. And that stems
everybody ain't
back,
lying.
and exactly. And that stems back to having that mommy and daddy issues.
Yeah, and
And I done seen situations where people have thought that their mother was their sister, or their great aunt was their mother. Because my cousin grew up thinking that my mother was her mother until she went in the photo albums and realized I'm not, me, talk about me. I'm not Latika's sister. I don't look nothing like her. And the mother that they say is my mother, which is really my mother, I don't look like her. And the father that they say is my father, which is was my mother's first husband at the time, she ain't look nothing like him and nothing like his parents and nothing like his family. So why would you raise her making her think that when you know she got a mother?
Hey.
So you see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with this?
Yes.
And then those are the ones that say, I don't have a problem. I'm good. My granny raised me or my great aunt raised me. I still got love. Yeah, you still got love. And they still raised you right and tried to show you the right way. But you still got that scar. She still wanted to find her mother. Even though when she found out my mother wasn't her mother, she still went on a search to want to know who her real mother and father was.
Did she find out? Did she, what ended up happening?
Her mother was in arm's reach the whole time.
Why she didn't tell her? She was like, okay,
I don't understand what the black families, they do this. I see that in a lot of households. Whether it's
that is true because I have a niece.
Why would you have somebody thinking that you're their sister?
And I have a niece. I have a niece that thought my brother was her dad.
See what I'm talking about?
Until she became an adult, and she looked at her sisters. And the sisters don't look like her. And what's crazy is she was named after my mom. And my mom ain't even her biological grandmom. My mom is her grandmom, but not biologically.
Right. Like my mother is her aunt, but not, is her mother, but not biologically. She's her great aunt.
See, the parents like
they start that. They start those lies. And they implant it into the
We can sit here and talk about the younger generation and how messed up they are and all that, but it's not their fault.
No.
That they are the way they are.
Exactly. All you had to do was say such and such is your mother, but I raised you since you was 4 months old. You can still call me mommy. You're still my daughter, but I just want you to know when she get of age to understand, like 10, 11, like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That little preteen might have been
because a kid can a younger child can accept things better than
tell me the truth.
Someone from 18 and up. You see what I'm saying? If you tell someone
she was over 18 when she found it, almost 18 when she found that out. Then she got pregnant at 15. Then wrong, and now she don't even give a damn about my mother. She don't even go visit her. And when she do visit her, it's only to see if she's dead yet, because she think there's life insurance for her. So she literally gave her behind the kiss. And you know where that came from? Not being truthful.
Yeah, and trying to sweep things under the rug and hide your secrets.
In her mind, she's saying she ain't my mama anyway. So I don't have to do what a daughter's supposed to do, because she's really not my mother. She's my great aunt. She's my grandfather's sister. I don't have to do what a daughter would normally do for their mother, because she's not my mother.
It's so much dysfunction in the black community. It's so much dysfunction.
My mother put me and my children aside to raise her as her own, with the influence of my grandmother and the bulliness of my grandmother. That's why I forgive my mother, because she was just trying to be a good daughter to my grandmother. But she didn't realize that she missed out on me. She missed out on my daughter, my son, my daughter's daughters, and my son's daughter. She missed out on 3 generations while she was raising 3 generations. Because not only did she raise the great niece, she raised the great niece mama.
Wow.
So it's like you raised your brother, daughter, then you raise your brother's granddaughter, and then you help raise your brother's great grand. 3 generations my mother raised. 3.
That is like, I'm speechless. I don't even know where to start with that.
To the side. Even my daughter right now is scarred from that. She loves my mother to death, don't get me wrong. But she said, Mom, they took my grandmother from me.
You know something? I'm gonna say something too. Let me say this.
And we can't even help my mother now, because she put all her trust and love into this no good husband, to that no good great niece. And now we try to rescue her, and we can't, because everything is out of our hands.
And that's what is shocking to me, because a lot of the times you hear about how sorry the dad is, or you hear about how messed up the dad is.
What I'm saying. Yep.
But these moms, Now, don't get me wrong. It is way more beautiful, um, hardworking, successful mothers out there than anything, right? That
Yeah, of
do their
course.
best to raise their kids, and so
My
I
mother was
ain't
one of them.
please,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
So please, I don't want to hear nothing in no comments about my mama was this and that. Like I
Oh, they
already know
coming
that.
for you. They
I'm,
gonna come for you on that fake book. Trust me, they coming for you.
don't worry.
I'm just messing with you.
Trust me. I deal with that on a daily basis. Everything I post. You know what I'm starting to feel like, and I ain't trying to change the subject or nothing, but since you brought it up, everything I post, either I feel like they're just like a group of people who follow me. They not even on my friends list, but I noticed them in my comments. You not on my friends list, but you follow me. You know how you can check who follows you on Facebook? You follow me only to disagree.
Yeah, I got a lot of that too. I got like what 800 and something followers.
And you know, I pulled a trick on them one day. I said something simple like, "Okay, the sky is blue." I'm so glad the sky is blue today. I'm just using that as example.
Yeah, I know.
And them niggas found something to disagree about me saying the sky is blue.
Yep,
I'm
because
just paraphrasing. I'm just using that as an example. That ain't what I posted, but I'm just
yeah,
saying it's some people out there that live to disagree.
yeah. Uh-huh. I told you what happened to me
Like,
with that Bible situation.
oh man, if you talk about the Bible, it's gonna be that is a global.
187 comment, 181 comments it was. It's probably more. It probably was more, but from the when I had last checked at that time, it was 181 and like 57 people shared it. So the
And I
57,
bet you nobody refuted those contradictions I sent you, huh? Them
of course not.
contradictions?
No, they just
No.
kept asking, show proof, show proof. But when I showed the proof, they didn't want to go back through the thread to look for the proof. And I wasn't typing all that all over again for each individual that asked me to show proof. After you
That's
told me you've been reading the Bible since you was 4 years old. After you told me that you know the Bible and I'm lying. So if you know the Bible better than me, you would know that that's there. We wouldn't even be having this dialogue because you already done know what I'm saying is the truth. Because you read it
that's
for yourself.
that's crazy. I
So
mean, that
that just
is
means a whole bunch of talking, whole bunch of chit chatter because I'm tampering with their comfort zone. It feels good to obey master. And when I put that quote where it says slave obey your master, one lady told me I'm misinterpreting it wrong and I'm spreading the
oh, they
wrong.
love to say that.
How do you
We
misinterpret
we
something like
both
that
reading the
wrong?
same thing, but you think your interpretation is right and mine's is wrong.
You know what her excuse was? It's just like a child obeying their mother, an employee obeying the employer. And then somebody, I ain't even have to say
But
nothing.
it don't say that. It says slaves obey your master. Why would it say that if it was an employee? Like
She
people
was trying
find
to
a way
say,
to
say
justify.
she was trying
It's
to say
called cognitive dissonance. That's what it's called. When
she was trying to justify it. That's what she was
yeah,
doing.
when you have to justify
The
in
slave master.
your
Mhm.
own mind that what this person is telling you is not the truth, even though you know it's the truth, you find a way to make it a lie in your own head. See, that's
Yeah,
some psychological. But that's how messed up we are. The
I
things that
know.
we're talking about tonight is the dysfunction in the black family, the black community, the black music industry, right? It's dysfunction everywhere. It seems like everything that's what I said earlier. Every aspect of our lives, there's a degree of dysfunction that was either generationally implemented on us or just forced on us.
Even in the
The
conscious community, there's a lot of dysfunction. I see more breakups than I see coming together. I
You
see
know
more
why?
regular,
Because
I see more regular unconscious church people having better relationships than the conscious people. The Rastafari, Kemetic, more whatever.
see, because we all the same people, whether regardless of what you call yourself, we're all the same people and we all have the same issues. And we all share the same common ancestry. Whether you think your ancestors never left America, because there's some people running around talking about they ain't even African, and my ancestors just been here. His son, see,
Yeah, that part.
we
That part.
We all just.
And then when you say, but if you go get a DNA test, I'm sure 70 to 80% of your DNA is going to come off that continent of Africa.
And you know what they'll say? DNA is fake.
From Florida. It's not going to say you from Cincinnati. It's going to say West Africa.
It ain't going to say you an Indian. It ain't going to say you got a feather in your head. It ain't going to say you indigenous to none of that. It ain't going to. And you know what? They won't take a DNA. They go. You know what they'll tell you? Oh, that's the colonizer. That's a DNA is fake.
They be lying. And my grandmother said that we Blackfeet, but you ain't got no Blackfeet rights. You get shot down by the police just like anybody else that's claiming they're an African in America.
And if you went if you went to the Blackfeet Nation, they'll be like, if you don't get your black ass out of here, you ain't got nothing to do with us. We actually had some of y'all in slavery. Some of them Indians enslaved Africans. Now, some did mix and marry, though. I'm not saying. There are some people that have Indian lineage.
Yeah, I know.
Right? But that doesn't mean that you're just indigenous to this land and you just never, your ancestors, that don't mean that. Some type of way these.
Somewhere too. They came from somewhere too. Remember when
everybody
all the continents was together in Pangea, right? They were just walking across at that point. Once the continent started drifting, they still knew the route. They just getting the trade winds. And I
don't have a problem.
That's why you got pyramids in South America, Peru. You got pyramids in Kemet.
And the people who created the pyramids in Peru and South America are of the Nubian stock. They are of the Nubian stock because some of the same writings that are, and I did research on it, but I guess people have that cognitive dissonance where they gonna be like, nah, you don't know what you're talking about, right?
And the artifacts. The clothing, the feathers, the
I'm gonna send you some stuff. I got some stuff. I gotta dig through my archives. I'm gonna send you some stuff that's gonna bust some people's head. Cause see, I used to debate. I used to do a lot of debates. I don't really debate no more because I like debates.
We could put those stuff on a PowerPoint and share screen like I was sharing Baba Valentine.
Yeah, I'll do that. I want to create a PowerPoint. Like yeah. But I like to debate, but I don't like to debate to become someone's enemy. Yeah, I don't like to debate to create a further division. I don't want to be divided. I might say some stuff you don't agree. I might say some stuff you don't agree, but that don't mean you're not my brother. It doesn't mean that I don't love you. It just means that we trying to come together and figure out what's going on. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
But some if you can prove me, you know that right. If they saw you in person, they would blow your head off. You know that, right?
Yeah,
you can feel their hate through the comments. You could tell that if I was in person with them, we'll probably be fighting.
Why you think
told me that they had got death threats? Because he told me, he said, sis, be careful with the Bible thing because I had got death threats before. 2 people told me that they got death threats over that Bible.
You know how many people died in the name of Allah and Jesus and Muhammad and all them?
And still
globally.
Dying. And still
you know how many Africans in Africa is dying and killing each other over Islam and Christianity in Africa right now?
That's right.
Right. You heard about the Nigerian girl not too long ago.
You was telling me about that. I heard the story, but I didn't hit the details the way you detailed it. I didn't know that the reason was so stupid like that.
It was like a group chat in their school or something like that. If anybody in the comments know more than I do about it, I'm open. Correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I've heard, from what I've read, it was like some type of group chat that students had in that school, and some people started talking about Muhammad and all this Islamic stuff, right? And all she said was, this group chat is not about Muhammad. Like, let's talk about like what the school and what we got going on in the school. She didn't disrespect Muhammad. She didn't say he wasn't real. I don't think she said nothing like that. But they beat her up, literally burnt her alive, killed her because she said that about Muhammad.
See what I'm saying? They sick.
That is, and you know what?
That's the fanaticism I'm talking about.
Them African brothers and sisters, Nigerians, your ancestors did not practice Islam. Your ancestors didn't even know nothing about Islam or Muhammad until it was forced on you by the Arabs during the slave trade, because the Arabs had Africans in slavery before the white man did. The white man just made
Sure
it
did.
they just made it an industrial thing.
Yeah, he just
White
took it
people,
to the next level.
yeah, they were like, okay, we gonna just can these niggas up like sardines and just start selling them. Da, da, da. See, they made it like a industrial thing, right?
Right.
But the Arabs, it was different. But they nonetheless, how do you think Morocco? How do you think Libya, Egypt, and Morocco popped up? How do you think those Arabs are in Africa right now?
And Tunisia and all them little
Mm-hmm.
western, northwestern countries in
Mm-hmm.
Africa,
Libya and all
Algeria.
that. How do you think that
Uh-huh.
those are invaders? Those are invaders. They didn't come from there.
I know.
So anyway, I say all that to say, and now they got these Africans running around talking about Allah and Boko Haram and kidnapping girls and all kind of just
Stupidness.
isfet. Just you see, it's like, and they think they Muslim, and now you killed your sister over Muhammad, and which is wasn't even a real person.
Sure wasn't.
Period. I don't care if somebody don't believe what I mad. I don't care. I was a Muslim. I was born and raised a Muslim. You can't tell me nothing about the Bible, and you can't tell me nothing about the Quran. You can't. I know
What
what I'm
about the
talking
Torah?
about.
What about the
And
Torah?
the Torah is the Old Testament, and the Quran is the Old Testament. That's all the Torah is. It's just the Old Testament. It ain't nothing special. It ain't nothing different. You know, they want to try to make it its own thing. The Torah is just the Old Testament without the New Testament. And the Quran is just the Old Testament without the New Testament, with an extra little drip of other pseudo information within it that they, but it's really the Old Testament,
See,
because it's
look at that.
Abraham. See, the Quran, they have the Abraham, Isaac, Ishmael, and Jacob, right? And then the Bible, see, they throw their little Ishmael in there because according to biblical believers, Ishmael is the father of the Arabs, right? So then the Torah and the Bible leaves Ishmael out of that. I mean, he's related. But he didn't. It's like the special. And the Bible got the Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They don't consider Ishmael in that lineage. I mean, he's from them, but he ain't got.
Yeah, he's
God
like a
don't care about him.
subdivision. Yeah, he's like
Yeah,
a subdivision of the original.
it's
Yeah.
just crazy. None of these people existed. There's no proof. Find me a toenail. I know we kind of going off subject, but this is just we have to talk about this too. We can find, if you go to the Nile Valley, I'm not just talking about Kemet, even though Kemet is that's what I choose to practice. The Kemetic spiritual system is what I resonate with most, right?
Okay.
But I'm talking about the Nile Valley. I'm talking about Punt. I'm talking about Sudan. We can find the people, the names that's written on the walls. You can actually find their tomb and actually find their body. And you can find stories written about these people, right? And you can find the burial chambers of their servants speaking of these people. So that's how we know they existed, right? But all
Exactly.
these people have is a book, right? You can't find me Abraham's toenail. Find me, okay, not even Abraham. Find me a tomb of Paul. Find me any one of these people. Find me the descendants of Muhammad. Find me his toenail. Find me a grave where some of these people, dig one of them up. Since y'all want to come dig up our ancestors, dig up Paul and Jacob and find me one of them.
Yeah, where's Matthew and James?
Where's all the, yeah, don't read me no book and then expect me to be like,
Peter
okay,
and
this is,
Paul and David and Solomon? Where are they? And Saul and
if
Luke and Mark.
if King
Where are
David
they?
was such a profound king, right? Wouldn't you find like something that existed something of him, since the Bible is only what they say the earth was only 6,000 years old or something like that. That means you should be able to find some type of proof of any of these people. That's why I said, find me King David's toenail, find me a toe, find me a pinky, Find me a grave where there's some body part or something of these people that y'all think is so real. I'm open. I'm not a closed-minded person. If you can show me something, I'm always my knowledge changes with new information. If you
True.
can show me something new, I'll I'll believe it. I'll look into it and be like, okay, dang, I was wrong. I'm not some closed-minded dude thinking I know everything about everything. I don't. I know what I know. I don't believe stuff. If I don't know it, I'm not going to believe it until I know for a fact that it is what it is. I don't deal in belief. I only deal in what I know.
Well, Brother Polite went to Israel where King David and Solomon graves are supposed to be, and he did a video on that
I
live
saw
while
it.
he was there. It's not there. It's
I know.
some new structure that they recently built. That's supposed to be from back in David and Solomon times, but this structure is recently built that you can see the competition and all of that too.
It's fake, and guess you see that and show nobody. We can and guess what? Tutankhamun and a lot of those ancestors are dated to be older than when the Bible. They was there before the Bible even existed, right? Or the Quran, or any one of these little holy books. People think they run around thinking that's the truth, right?
That's what Infadishi was trying to tell them, but that's when the disrespect.
Why is it that we can find the bodies of these people, and the Bible came way after all of that, and we can't find none of them? You know what the Hebrew Israelites say? The Most High hid their bodies. The Most High made their bodies disappear.
They got an answer for everything.
I
Even
said
if it don't make sense, even if it sounds but retarded.
They said and not all of them. I don't put all Israelites under the same thing. I have enough respect, even though I don't agree with their doctrine and all that. I'm not one of these dudes that just put everybody under everything. But from what I do hear, some of them cats said that the Most High hides the prophets' bodies.
Man,
I said
you talk to one, you talk to all most of the time.
I know.
Okay?
I just be trying to give people that I be trying to be cool with that. I don't.
It's redundant and boring.
It's crazy. So anyway, that's part of the dysfunction too in the black family. These doctrines, these foreign doctrines that we're teaching our kids and we're teaching ourselves and that our grandparents taught us.
Yes.
Right? And teaching you that Africa, you not African. Africa is bad. You wicked. Everything from Africa is bad. Everything from this Bible is good. You need to. Jesus is coming back. Some people think he's coming back in the alien ships. Some Israelites think that the chariot is really aliens. The angels is gonna come back. The aliens, the lights you see in the sky, them is angels, and they're gonna come back, right? And Jesus is gonna come with a garment dipped in blood and kill everybody who don't believe in him. This is what these niggas is. That's what they're saying. He gonna come back and kill everybody who don't believe in him.
Yeah.
And the Muslims,
but he's merciful, right? And he's so forgiving. But he gonna kill me because I don't believe in him. Sound like the Christ Crusaders all over again, killing people who didn't want to convert to Christianity.
Why do you think Africa is colonized right now?
I know.
Africans running. It's so many. You know what? I got a friend in Ghana, and he told me I've saw more white Jesuses, statues, pictures everywhere.
He ain't lying.
He said, "This is the most white Jesus." He said, "Jesus exists over here in Africa."
That's right.
It's more Jesus pictures and all that than it is in America.
They will spend a $5,000 bulletin board with white Jesus face on it, and the pastor face on one side, white Jesus on the other. I'm repeating what I saw with my own 2 eyes in 2012. It was split in half. One side was the white Jesus, the Caesar Borgia that we know, and the other side was the pastor. And they spent every bit of $5,000 to put that big bulletin board up. You go down to the next corner, it's the same nonsense.
And guess what?
And they're building more churches there like it's going out of style. Like it's going out of style. They're building.
And that's sad because
they're leaving their traditional spiritual.
That's what I was going to say. You
To
leaving
move
what your
on
ancestors
over
have been practicing
what
for
the slave master taught.
thousands of years. You guys carried this lineage and practicing your spiritual systems. It's many spiritual systems in Africa. Continue to practice what your ancestors practice.
No,
Why
because
are you all of a
the
sudden,
Bible said that that's pagan and that's witchcraft and it's evil. So they never even
man?
understood themselves too deep. They didn't even know they self
You
too
know what?
deep.
This is a whole nother
You can't tell
subject.
me that.
Like this is a
You can't tell
whole
me.
the
But that's what's
this.
destroying the black family too.
It is. That's one of the. To me, that's even more influential than music.
Because now you're
Those,
trying to put that religion on the newer generation, and they kind of see through the bullshit like we see through it.
yeah,
And then you
at
don't want
least,
nothing to do with your child because they don't want to go to church.
yeah,
I've
yeah,
seen people put their children out
yeah.
over church, over Jesus, over a
It's a,
religion.
it's a cult. And you know what? The Bible creates cults. How many cult leaders use the Bible to get their followers? Jim Jones killed all kind of Africans, and so think about it. If that was really God's book, why
They
would
can't think about that. They can't think.
yeah? Why would your God in that book allow his quote unquote word? Why would he allow evil people to use his word and just sit back and watch it? Use his word to manipulate children, molest children, kill people, just anything bad. Why would the God in the Bible? I'm charging the God in the Bible. I'm putting the God in the Bible on trial. Why would he allow them to do that?
The Bible's full of pedophilia.
Oh yeah. But they want to talk about, you know what trips me out?
You want and kill the rest. Take the virgin and then kill the rest.
And they quick to talk about how Kemet is gay and there's all kind of gay stuff going on in Kemet, the Kemetic spiritual system.
That system they got going on. I doubt it.
But y'all got Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. We have man, woman, and child. We have, Asar, Aset, and Haru. Man, woman, and child. You guys have Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. You take the woman out. You took the woman all the way out of the Holy Trinity and replaced her with the Holy Ghost.
Not even the Holy Spirit or your Holy Soul, a ghost.
And then didn't it say the Holy Ghost is what got Mary pregnant?
Yeah, the ghost. That's
so the Holy Ghost. So look, the Holy Ghost is a male energy. Then, if it got Mary pregnant, that's 3 niggas. I'm sorry. Can somebody make that make sense?
And spiritually speaking, that would be a succubus or incubus.
Yeah. And then notice this something else I noticed.
You feel like something is having sex with you in the night, that ain't God. That is not the angel. That's a sex spirit.
I heard of that, the succubus. Yeah.
That's a whole different levels of talking too, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's who got Mary pregnant. They ain't had shit to do with no creator.
So and this is what we go to church. We get up and go to church every meal. Because see, black people are more spiritual and into church and all that more than anybody else.
Then the slave master did it. Exactly.
We get up and go. It's some people that go to church 3 times a week. It's some people. And then the Israelites, they stand on the corner and yell at you
about how they'll snap your neck if you come in front of them and talk against what they saying. And whoever don't like it, I'm gonna snap their neck. Actually, he said,
and they believe in that so much. They believe in that and it's a belief.
That'd be right to snap my neck if I stand up there and don't say
it's a belief.
Yeah.
It's a belief. They can't prove any of that. You just believe this. You just believe it. You can't prove any of that. It's just a belief. You don't know for a fact that this is the truth, but you believe it is. See, that's weak to me. That's some weak ass shit to me. I'm sorry for my English, but
I mean, every now and then I might slip up because it be needed. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, because I love my people.
Vocabulary, you know.
I love my people. I do. I love the dudes talking about they Moors running around with these eraser hats on their head. I can go in on that too. Looking like they got a chicken bucket. Looking like they got a KFC. Looking like you got a KFC bucket on top of your head. You know, I mean, I'm not. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you
I'm sorry,
didn't.
but
No, you didn't.
y'all with these chicken buckets.
A number two eraser on their head, huh?
Yeah,
Number two pencil
eraser
eraser.
look like. Yeah, that's what it looked like. You know, we got them.
Well, Seti tried to tell them that Feds is not African, but they don't want to listen.
It's straight up Arabic. It's straight up
They
Arabic.
don't
Hey,
want to listen to
if
Seti.
you look at the beginning of Color Purple, you'll see Moors. The Moors is the one that took Whoopi Goldberg into slavery. They had them the eraser hats, and the white man. They was the army of the white man, and they had the because that's what the Moors was a slave army. The Moorish people that was invading the African villages and stuff, taking Africans. What is that?
Right, right.
Now they got some pot. They got some. They did help Europeans in Spain. They were architects. They did build castles. I mean, it's good things they did. I ain't here to just bash somebody's everything,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
they was the world's first coons. A lot of the Moors helped the European get to what they are today. Christopher Columbus, it was a Moor who navigated, who helped taught him how to navigate the sea. It was a Moor. Somebody prove me wrong. So I can go in on that, and it's like these different factions of belief systems that we have been indoctrinated on. Like if any African spiritual system, I'm down with that. I'm not trying to make you believe or I mean know what I know or practice what I practice. I'm not that type of dude. Like
Exactly. It's a free will
but
thing.
as long as it's as long as it's an African spiritual system, it's okay. Voodoo, Ifa, I'm cool with all that. Do something like that. But this Islamic stuff and this biblical stuff, that's why we all messed up. That's why we screwed up. Part of the reason.
That's why
You know,
Rastafari got watered down, because we moved away from the liberation spirit, and now we Christians. Christian Farians is a new term now.
and that just sounds very
So contradicting. Oh, to say the least. It's so ass backwards. We went from a movement of warriors and liberation to the Bible. It was a time when Rastaman would burn the Bible. You couldn't even come around him with that, because he was aware that was a form of colonialization, colonialism. He was aware of that. He knew that was a tool to keep us brainwashed. So we didn't need that. We tapped into nature. You get what I'm trying to say? We tapped into the God self. We opened up our Christ consciousness inside, not looking for someone on the outside. Now you talk about the Bible, they will kill you.
yes, and
they will kill you.
it's just crazy. Like
Rasta used to burn the Bible, brethren, literally put it in the fire.
And now they'll put you in the fire behind it because of it.
Yeah.
And ain't got a lick of proof to show you that any of that is true. It's just a belief. Oh my God. Belief is
they'll plug Haile Selassie into it. But Haile Selassie also talked about he marveled in the Book of the Dead, and he loved the Book of Isis. See, they don't want to go there. He also talked about yoga and how important it is to do yoga.
They totally skip past all that, huh?
They skip all of that, exactly. It's only the Bible. He's in the Bible, and he read the Bible, and he said to read the Bible. So whatever he said and whatever he did, they feel like they have to do it. They forget that he grew up in a Christian society. So that's why he's a Bible person. And that's why he spoke about the Bible.
And you know something else?
As a Christian. So evidently, that's what he's going to speak about. If a person grew up Ifa, they're going to talk Ifa. They're not going to talk Rastafari. They're talking Ifa, because that's what they grew up to be.
Right.
He's speaking from a Christian point of view, from the environment that he came from. Just because he did it, that means I got to do it when I know better? I have to do better from I know better.
No. That's a whole nother.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's a part of the destruction of the Black family and why we can't get relationships going.
Man, there's so many things, huh?
Why we can't have a strong relationship.
it's so
Like
many
how you said
things.
your parents was married for what, 60-something years? Look at that.
Yeah, my
Look
parents
at
are
that.
still my parents are still together. And
And
you
we
know
got
something?
cousins doing
Yeah, I'm
that
gonna tell
can't
you
even
this.
stay
Like,
together 2 years.
my dad raised us Muslim, and you know he was a part of the Nation of Islam, and we went to the masjid, and I prayed 7 times a day. You know, I faced Mecca when I prayed. All of that, right? But my
Oh,
mom,
you got washed for real.
man,
Ah! It
I
ain't
said, who
funny.
is this nigga Allah? What, like, why are you not showing and proving to me that you exist? I gotta pray to you 7 times a day. I was a kid, you know. I was a kid. I didn't understand why I gotta, and then I always felt weak when I would have to get on my knees.
You felt like you were
That's
submitted. Yes,
that's a sign of
yes.
weakness to me. In my spirit, I stand. I'm a warrior. I would rather stand up,
Right.
right, and acknowledge the universe. I would rather put my feet in the dirt, in the dirt, and
And let the
stand
sun
up.
hit my face and let the
Right,
moon hit my
right,
face. Right.
right.
Exactly.
But this praying down and bending down and balling up like this, and that's just weak to me. That's like a slave. That I don't know. So I just never that never resonated with my spirit. Right.
Well, you didn't like giving salat.
I didn't like praying to something 7 times a day that won't say nothing to me. That won't even make a butterfly appear in my face, so I know you exist. Can you make in these books? You got all these magical powers, right? But when in my reality that I'm living in,
You didn't experience that.
ain't nothing. I ain't saw nothing special. You ain't whispered in my ear and said, "Hey, I'm real. Keep praying, cause I'm listening to you." Nothing. But then when we sit and read these books, it's like, oh, he split the Red Sea and he killed the Pharaoh and he all this magical stuff, right? In these books, right? But in the reality that you live in, you ain't saw none of that. And then when you go to church and they talk about, oh, well, I saw my preacher made this guy's leg grow. You know I'm gonna keep it real. His leg just grew. It was 3 inches and it just grew all the way. All right. He had a pair of pants on and he just stuck. He balled one of his legs up and then he just kicked it out when the preacher said, like that stuff
Exactly.
is scam. That stuff is
Exactly.
a scam.
Because I remember this lady around the corner had told me she's a Jehovah Witness that her and her daughter's father wasn't going to be together because he wasn't into the Jehovah Witness stuff. He was pretty much burning religion. So I said to her, "You gonna let your daughter grow up without a father over religion differences? Let the man see his daughter if he want to be a part of her life. That's rare nowadays that a man want to be a part of the daughter life and the parent, him and the mom ain't together. You know what I mean? That's a mature man. Let him, She felt like because of her religion and because he didn't marry her, it might remind you now, she got pregnant when she wasn't married to him. She was having
Right.
sex with him. You understand? That's how she was able to have a daughter from him. But when he wasn't trying to marry her because of the sake of religion, she couldn't be with him no more. And she let that church put that poison in her head, and now she's a single mother. Now she got him on child support when he was willing to do for his child naturally on his own without the system being involved. That's what I mean about the religion is a part of the breakup of the black family too, because she just couldn't understand that this man still need to be in my daughter's life, whether he want to be a Jehovah Witness or not. You already convinced yourself you ain't gonna be with him no more, so still let him be a dad to his daughter. I
Hey,
couldn't
but you know what?
understand. I couldn't understand why she didn't want to do that. And I said, if that was I wish my children's father would have manned up and stepped up to the plate. But he couldn't do that because he didn't grow with a father, so he didn't know how to be a father. So
Yeah.
I had to play mommy and daddy, even though I wasn't playing daddy. I was playing mommy.
Right.
I thought I was playing daddy, but at the end of the day, my son was still striving and fiending for a father figure.
Little
That's
did
why
you
he
know.
started. That's why he started giving me problems because I knew why. I knew it. I wasn't in denial about it. I knew that was why. And I even told their dad that. I even told him that.
You know, that brings me back to what
She
we
didn't want that
discussed
man.
earlier.
She didn't want that man to help her raise her daughter. She didn't want him.
That brings me back to what I was talking to you about earlier when I said me having both of my parents and having my dad in my life and both of my parents till this day, and growing up with people who didn't, growing up with a lot of my friends that didn't have their dad in their life, I could see a difference in how they thought, how they viewed the world, how they viewed themselves, how they viewed women, you know, and it's really destructive. It's really, you know, there are some people that can overcome that and still be a wonderful, excellent person, right? But everybody's not the
Yeah.
same.
That's because he admitted that he had those
Yeah,
parental
you have
issues.
to. Yeah. So
If you're walking around here in denial like ain't nothing wrong with you, you know, you're fine because you're on this enlightenment or whatever. No, you're still damaged because you're in denial about what your issue is, and it shows in your relationship. It shows in your relationship with your children's mother. It shows in your relationships, whoever you're dating. It shows in your
yeah,
relationship. It shows in your conversation when you speak about a woman, or how you feel, how you view a woman, or how you think a woman is supposed to be.
and it also makes it easier for you to not be in your kid's life when your dad wasn't in your life.
That's
It
right.
makes it easier for you to disconnect from your responsibility as a man and as a father
And I
when you
experienced
never
that.
had him when that, you know.
Exactly.
So,
Or,
and that's
or
what's
you'll have
happening.
a
That's
daughter. You'll have a daughter, but you don't have a father-daughter relationship with your daughter because of those mother issues you have. So you can't see the need to be in your daughter's life as a man, as a father. You can't see that need of her needing you. Like, you get what I'm trying to
because
say?
you
Because
never
I need it.
experienced it. How can you know something that you were never taught? How can you feel something that you never felt before?
I don't understand some of these brothers. Like your daughter, that's supposed to be your top priority. I don't care if the mother hates your guts. You need to be in your daughter's life. Because let me tell
Yeah.
you something, she's gonna get in the wrong man's hands looking for that daddy figure, and her panties going to explode. And she's
And
gonna
guess
run through
what?
all these different dudes that don't mean her no
And
good,
you're
looking
gonna
for
have to
love in
live
the
with that the
wrong
rest of your
places.
life, knowing that you could have been there and you chose not to be because you wasn't man enough to be. Because you got to step up to the plate, even if you didn't have a dad in your. Stop using that as an excuse.
That's
I
right.
don't accept that. Like that's a way out to me. Like a lot of men use. Oh, I didn't have my daddy, so I didn't know how to do it. No, man, you
But you
because
ain't
you're
even
born.
try. You're not
We're
even
all
trying.
born. Yeah, we're
Mhm.
all born with. You don't have an instruction manual to teach you what's right or what's wrong. You just instinctively know it.
That's right.
You instinctively know that once you have a
The
baby,
moral of the story. Yeah.
yeah, you're supposed to be there for that baby. You don't need no like.
You didn't have to have a father in your life to know the baby need pampers. The
No,
baby
you
needs to be
didn't.
raised right.
No,
Exactly.
no. So I don't.
Or you need to spend quality time with your child. You didn't need that. A daddy in your life or a mommy in your life to know that because you missed it in your life. So you should want your child to have that.
Right. So I can understand and empathize with people who didn't have that father figure, but for that to just ultimately be the reason why you're not in your kid's life, I don't agree with that. That's not enough. That's not enough.
No, it's
That's
not.
not enough. That's not enough to justify your absence. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? It's not enough.
It's
So
it turns into like a childish mind, like you're a grown man, like an 80-year-old baby. You know what I mean? You're a
yeah.
grown man with a baby mentality.
And
And
that's what and that's what a lot of these cats is. Big. That's what I told you earlier. Beard out, bigger than mine. You weigh 600. You can lift 600 pounds, but you a little boy in the inside. You haven't matured in certain ways. You look like a man, but you act like a little boy.
exactly. That's how I
And that
know.
goes for women too. A lot of these
Yeah,
women, you
that's what I
got
was
all
gonna
this
say.
body. You
Hmm.
look good. You got all this body. You look like just a model or something, and you're immature like a little girl. You know, and that's it's so many things going on with us. I would love to continue. We need to continue to build on a lot of these subjects.
Yeah,
You
we
know what I
do.
mean?
We
And it
do.
all ultimately boils down to the dysfunction in the black community and in the black family. Everything we talked about is connected to the dysfunction and part of the problem of the black family. And there is no unity, you know, and there's a reason why it's like that. And we have to come to grips with the
Mm-hmm.
reasons, you know what I mean? We got to come to grips with and really zero in on what is going on, or it ain't gonna get no. It's not gonna get any better unless we
Mm-mm.
figure out the solution, figure out solutions and the symptoms. You know what I mean of what's going on. It's just because it's only gonna get worse,
I know. I know.
and it's getting worse.
Exactly. Exactly.
I
We
get
see.
up every day and look at the news, and it's another. Did you hear about the girl who got shot? A 26-year-old sister got killed. She worked at Subway. She got killed because she put too much mayonnaise on the dude's sandwich,
See what I'm saying?
and she dead because of a damn sandwich. Who
Damn.
kills somebody because they put too much mayonnaise on their sandwich?
Some of these
What?
people are not real. They're not humans. They spiritless.
That's a monster. That's like
Exactly. Over some
what
mayo.
happened to you in your life that made you get to the point where you can just kill somebody because they put too much mayonnaise on your sandwich? What the hell are you going through?
When all you had to do was bring the sandwich back, Subway would have gave you another free sandwich
They
and
would have been
told
able
you
to
to eat
they
that
would have
sandwich
gave you that sandwich and gave you another one.
and tell you to exactly. That's it.
It's just senseless shit. This senseless, absolute senseless. That's the type of stuff that bothers me, man. Like
I know. I know.
that stuff bothers me. You know, that's just and these youngsters killing each other at these gas stations and shooting each other and thinking that guns is the answer to everything. The answer to your problem is just to go kill somebody.
Right.
And guess who comes to get you? They scrape that person's body up off of the ground and they take your black A to jail for the rest of your life. Two birds with one stone, huh?
That's right. Tell me about it. For
See
real.
what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what about that part?
Mm-hmm.
So it's by design. What we see today in our communities is by design. It ain't just happening this way because that's the way it's supposed to be. It's happening because there are strings being pulled and moves being made and money being spent on certain things to keep this going. They really trying to take us out. They really trying
Yeah.
to make it. That's what it really all boils down
They're
to.
really trying to bring us back to Jim Crow.
That's exactly what it is.
They about the Jim Crowers. And that's worldwide, not just here in America. Let's don't get it twisted. That go for the Caribbean, the continent of Africa, anywhere black people may be. They going Jim Crow it all over again.
Because in a lot of ways, Africa is more colonized and messed up than we are. At least, cause see, when you born in the belly of the beast, you know the beast pretty well because you live with them and you deal with them on a daily basis. But them, like in Africa, they still thinking Jesus is white. They still thinking, at least these people out here, if you gonna believe in that, at least you try to put some color your Jesus and make him black.
Exactly. They'll
We
go in
kind
the
of
Bible
halfway
and say,
waking up.
yeah,
You know,
well,
we
yeah.
kind of
Uh-huh.
we're a little more woke. At least our Jesus is black, but them Africans think that Jesus is that blue-eyed white dude.
And they love it.
So they way more colonized, and when it comes to colonization, they're behind us. See, they might have not gotten took in slave ships and brought over here like our ancestors did, but they screwed them up too. They over there talking about Jesus is coming back and he real and he white and all that. See what I mean? So it is a global thing. It is global. So we got to face this
Yeah, they like
head
to
on.
narrow it down to just America. No,
Yeah,
this
we have
thing
to
is
face it
bigger
head
than
on.
America. Mhm.
But as long as they keep us divided, we'll always be divided and we won't ever come together. The main goal is to keep us from coming together.
Yeah, and they've been
And
doing
it starts
well
with
that.
and see, they go to the, it goes from the macro to the micro. It starts within the black family. If I can keep the black man and the black woman from at each other's neck and fighting each other and disrespecting each other on Facebook, all I see is how sorry and messed up man is, and then the man is how sorry and everybody's a hoe and a bitch, and then the women is all these niggas is fuck niggas. Like, that's all I see all day. I don't see nobody say nothing positive about nobody.
No, I don't.
I just see people promoting toxicity. And guess what? Facebook allows us to talk. If you notice, they don't say, when you talking mess about each other, they don't say it's against the community standards.
Sure don't. Sure
They don't put you in Facebook jail for disrespecting, calling each other nigga and bitch and fuck boy and fuck girl and all that. They don't. But say something about Trump or the Pope or, you know what I'm saying? Say something. Yeah. Post some real stuff real quick and watch you be in Facebook jail and they be talking about that's against the standards and all that.
Call Queen Elizabeth a lizard.
Call anything. Say anything like that.
And show all this proof that she's a reptilian. Oh, you out of there.
Nah, they're gonna be like, this ain't true. They're gonna have a little sign on your post like, this is not true. What so and so is talking about it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Twitter, yeah, Twitter does that. Instagram does that. They all do it. They all owned by the same people.
I know. That's right.
Right. We gotta know this. We gotta know this. We have to know this. You know what I'm saying? It's all the same. And as long as, like I said, the moral of my story is, as long as they keep us divided and arguing about whose God is real and I'm the truth and you ain't, and I don't care. You know what I like what Malcolm X said? Malcolm X was like, leave your God at the door. Leave your religion at the door.
Exactly. Plain and simple. And let's
walk in this room, sit at the table with me as your brother, and let's come up with some solutions that don't got nothing to do with your God or my God or your belief system or my belief system. Because we all got the same problem. We all got the same enemy.
Thank you.
We all got the same enemy.
Because we could be driving in the same car. You could be from Haiti. I could be from Jamaica. Somebody else could be African American. Another person could be from Trinidad. And as long as you got that skin tone like me and you, the police ain't asking, are you from Jamaica before I shoot y'all niggas? No. You all getting a bullet.
Period. And y'all all look the same. I don't care what type of outfit you got on. This dude got a feather in his head talking about he Indian. The other dude got a eraser hat talking about he Moor. The Hebrew got a Power Ranger suit on talking about he a Hebrew.
And the police gonna say I got a bullet for each and every one of y'all characters.
And my bullet is gonna get every. See, so let's stop playing. Let's stop playing with this. Let's stop playing.
It don't matter.
Let's stop playing. Like I said, leave your belief system. I can respect it. If you don't gotta believe what I believe or know what I know, I don't care about that anymore.
Yeah, exactly. I'm over that. I tried that with my family because
I'm not gonna debate you about what you think you know. Let's just talk about what we can agree on. Let's sit down as brothers and talk about what we can agree on.
They can't.
Period.
They're gonna still bring you back to the Bible, the Torah, or the Quran.
See, they stuck on that. They stuck like
why are we in the situation we're in? Because we moved away from the Bible, or we moved away from the Torah, or we moved away from God. We're not following God's commandments, and this is why we in the situation we in, because we need Jesus.
I can't even reason with you because your belief system. You won't let that crap go.
Exactly.
You won't push it to the side to even talk to me as your brother.
Nope, because the Bible said that you got to follow this protocol.
Right, and then the Quran say if they not Muslim, the Quran say if you not Muslim, you an infidel. They can kill you, and God and Allah is going. It's 22 versions waiting on you in heaven if you blow yourself up, if you kill this person because he ain't a Muslim. Like, the hell with this crazy stuff?
Yeah, you see it,
right? And then the enemy don't care about none of that. He threw all that smoke at us and for us to be all discombobulated and trying to argue with each other over these weird ass religions and stuff. And you won't even sit down and talk to me as your brother because we share the same common enemy. That's what at when all the smoke clears and everything is settled, I would love to see us come together, leave your belief system at the door, hang it up on the shelf, hang it up on the jacket hanger like it's a nice, beautiful coat, like it's a nice, beautiful, expensive jacket. Take it
Right.
off and hang it up there and walk in here and sit down at the table with me. Let's shake hands. Let's eat together. Let's break bread together. Let's talk about our common what because we all have more in common than the things that we don't.
Then we think, yeah, exactly, exactly. All we gotta
That's
do is
where
just
I'm
have
at.
a
That's
conversation with each other, but we won't have a conversation with each other because we got the blocker there first. Once we remove those blockages, like you said, we'll really see, like, you know what? I feel the same way too. I experienced that too. You're right.
and you
That's
know
why
what? I'll
that's not a
patronize you. You guys make the Muslims make a wonderful bean pies. I like how bean pie tastes. I'll
I never
patronize with
had
you,
their
brother.
pies. I never had their pies.
Bean pies taste really good, better than any
I
other
heard they
pie I
were
ever
good
tasted.
though.
I'll patronize you. The Hebrews, they make oils and incense, and
You're
I'll
right.
patronize. I'll buy some of that from my
Mhm.
brothers, right? Uh,
Exactly.
like that's what I feel like. I feel like
I used to get Muslim oil all the time. We used to call it Muslim oils because we used to
I'm
buy
not
that oil
against, you know what I'm
from the
saying? I'm
Muslims.
not a hater.
Yeah.
Like I don't hate none of y'all. I don't agree with some of the doctrine, but that's just doctrine. You still
Yeah.
my brother, you still my sister.
Exactly.
Back in my younger years, I was just as fiery and um debateful and all that. You know, I can still do that. I still got it in me, but my love for my people outweighs the differences that we have. It just does, you know? Like
That's right.
ain't nobody gonna ever agree. We've always been tribal.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't everybody ain't from the same tribe, but we
That's
can
right.
come together and patronize with each other and try to
Mm-hmm.
work something out because we do share the same enemy. We live in the same neighborhoods. We shop at the same nasty grocery stores that sell us old food. We still have the same. You know, that's where I'm at with it.
That's right.
And then you would be able to see progress if we can come together like that. The black community, you would start seeing progress. Let's get these people that come in our communities and set up nail shops and salons and stores and Chinese restaurants and all that. Y'all come in our communities and just take from us and don't give back into nothing. Let's come together, run these folks out of our neighborhoods. Take you own the store, not them. Stop giving them your money, sister. Stop going getting your nails done by these Koreans
That you know
while they
don't
sitting
like
up
you.
while they sitting up talking mess about you in their language, and you sitting there getting your nails done. Like, let's stop doing that. That's what's wrong with us. That is what's wrong with us. Like, we don't want to come together. We want to be separate, and these religions and doctrines and all this stuff got us screwed up. And I like Malcolm X's idea. Leave your stuff at the door. Leave all what you don't agree with me with. Leave that at the door, and let's just sit down at this table and talk about what we can agree on.
And that's
If
the
I
solution to that problem right there. That's the solution right there. It's not even a
That's the
list of
solution
things.
to a lot of problems.
It's not even a list of things. It's that one thing that you just said.
Yeah, I summed it all up. I summed it all up because I feel like if we can do that, that opens up the doors for us to do other things. If we can just sit down at the table and talk to each other, black man and black woman, black brother to black brother, sister to sister. If we can just sit down and talk about what hurts us, what's hurting you, you my brother, what's hurting you, and I'm gonna tell you what hurts me. You my sister. What am I doing as a black man? What can I do better to make you feel protected, to make you feel like you're respected, to put you on the throne that you deserve to be on? What can I do as a black man? What am I doing wrong? I'm listening. I'm actually listening to you. Can I just tell me? And then you tell me, and I'm going to tell you what you can do better to make me feel valued as a black man.
Exactly.
Why
Exactly.
can't we do that? If we can do that, I'm telling you, man, that would be that's the main thing they trying to keep us from doing. See, that's what the main thing they trying to keep us from doing. That's why the music is fuck bitches, fuck niggas, fuck you, fuck. I'm sorry, but this is what it is, right?
So you would never think about coming to the round table.
Hell
Not with
no.
that in your head all the time. Not with
You
that
killing me. I'm from this
frequency in your
neighborhood.
body.
I'm gonna kill you, and you from this neighborhood. You gonna kill me, and we both look the same. We both the same. You from this gang, and I'm from that gang. You wear this color, so I'm gonna shoot you for wearing this color, and then you come back and shoot me, and fuck everybody. Like, I'm sorry, that's what it is.
And if the Bloods and Crip really was about that life, they would create an army amongst themselves and we can overturn the government. They are the warriors in the street. They ain't afraid to shoot guns. They ain't afraid. But you can do it to each other, but you won't do it to overthrow this white supremacy system.
And you know what's crazy? Just think how weird, crazy it
Now,
would
don't
look
come
as
looking
if you.
for me now, Bloods and Crip. Don't come looking for me. I'm just saying.
Nah, they too busy. They too busy shooting each other up over dumb crap to even worry about what we talking about. They don't even listen to us. They listen. They too busy listening to the stuff on the BET Awards and Nicki Minaj and Young Thug and all them. That's what they do. They so high they don't even know what they. You know what I mean? They just so far gone. Like, but this is what I was gonna say. Imagine the army having beef with the Navy and then having beef with the Marines and they all shooting each other up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we doing as a people.
Exactly.
Our army, our Navy, our Marines is all killing each other up. We all on the same team.
Mm-hmm.
We all in the same army. And we just, our armies, our warriors are killing each other. That is some psychological, I'm telling you, I respect the enemy because the enemy is intelligent. You got to respect. You got to have some not respect in a way to where I'm trying to I admire that, but
yeah.
You got to respect something in order to know how to understand it. You know, the enemy is that is
mind play. They're mind play. They playing.
That is some smart stuff. What they got doing to us right now. It's like, damn, I got to give it to you.
Studying us. They've been watching and studying us. They know what to plug in over here to get us going that way. They know what to plug over there to make us go that way. They know just what to do. They love music. We gonna get them with the music.
And notice when we get a leader, when we get somebody that even has the potential of being a leader, they kill him.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. As soon as a head grow, they chop that shit right off.
Yeah.
And the body just flicking around. We like a fish out of water, just flapping around like a chicken with a head. You ever see a chicken get his head cut off?
And the body
they just run around. That's what we doing as a people. And every time a head grow, they chop that right off. That's what they doing to us.
I know.
That's what they're doing. And we too busy being a flopping around chicken to notice, like, wait a second. We need a leaderless movement. We don't need nobody to come off as a leader. We don't need nobody for them to zero in on and be like, all right, if we kill him, it's gonna fall, everything gonna fall apart. No, we all have to be our own leader. So if you take one of us out, it's still, you ain't stopping nothing. You're not changing anything because we're all our own leaders. See, we gotta move different. We can't move the same. They done caught on to how the Black Panthers ran things. They caught on to how all the movements of yesterday. They know all that like the back of their hand. They know how to infiltrate and get coons and get our own people and pay some of our people off to do things to us. We gotta be smarter than that too.
You got these Sambones and Coos.
First thing they do is infiltrate your organization and bring it down from the inside. It's just 101. It's like the textbook thing they do to black movements and organizations.
Yeah. And we still don't get it yet.
And we still keep trying to do these, can't come up with these groups and these organizations. Like, we got to be way smarter than that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. They plug it right in on us. Oh, they like spirituality. We gonna throw religion on them. Oh, they like to eat. They like to cook. We gonna poison their food.
Yeah.
Oh, they like to dance. We gonna have them twerking in stripping clubs.
It's like we live in an ant farm, and they can just shake our ant farm up and destroy our structure and our whole way of living. They can just shake it up and just watch us scramble and try to start over again.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're doing to us. We like little ant, it's like an ant farm.
That's right.
And every time they see us building, they destroy it. Right? And that's what's happening in a bigger way. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, than we can even imagine.
Than we can even imagine. And people like you and me, we a threat.
I know.
We're a threat.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that wake up, oh, we can't have these niggas waking up. Oh, no.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know, we can't have them talking like that. That might plant a seed in somebody's head. And they might water that seed. And the next black messiah, see, they scared of the black messiah, the next black messiah. They waiting on him. The next black leader, the next person that can lead us into something. They wait, they listen. They listen and they all everything. Right?
Exactly.
And the minute you come off as you gonna be the next something, that's why you gotta be careful, man. You gotta move different nowadays. You can't.
You militant. Hey, they come watering you down. I just
Yeah.
told you how Rastafari got watered down. It started from burning the Bible. I don't even bring that over here because we already know what this thing did. So you'll get killed for talking about burning the Bible. How could you say that? Oh my gosh, you're just like the Bible say. You're disobedient. You're this, you're that. You don't think that was planned? Because they saw how militant. They saw how militant the movement was getting ready to take off to be. And they had to stop that. They had to cut that out. They had to slow that down, brethren. Oh, hell to the no. So now it's a religious sect now. Yeah, I said it. Now it's religious. Ain't no more movement, ain't no more liberation, because ain't nothing liberating in what they doing now. It's a religious, it's Christianfarian. That's exactly what it is.
Hey, that Bible is a boy. That Bible is a toxic. I don't care what nobody think. That Bible, you can call it the Torah, Quran, any Abrahamic faith, Judaism, Christianism, Catholicism, any of those isms that's connected to the Abrahamic faith is designed to install fear in the hearts and minds of melanated people all over this earth. Mm-hmm. It's made to install fear and confusion, right? Because you're fearing something that doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
You're believing in something that is not even real. Your ancestors didn't even believe it, didn't even practice that. So you just threw off.
They tell us to be fearless. In our African spiritual system, it's all about being fearless. Fear no evil. You get what I'm trying to say? You move over to religion, everything is fear.
Fear God. Fear you going to hell. Fear Allah gonna kill you. Allah go everything is fear. So you sit back scared. I have to live this way. I have to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, because if I don't, same God that say he loved me so much is going to absolutely destroy me.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell? Come on now. But people don't see it like that. They don't. Marcus Garvey said you're not going to save everybody. Some people going to want to stay up under their master. Some people going to want to stay. You can't save everybody.
And check that
Don't
out.
even try to. That's what Marcus Garvey did.
Tell me about it.
Don't even try to.
Because you're gonna get shredded like they be doing us on Facebook when you try to.
I can say I say the things that I say that are spiritual, I get 3 and 4 likes.
I tell you.
But let me say something against the culture that we have developed, whether it's a hip hop culture or it's let me say something against something like that.
Or the gold teeth. Remember the gold teeth charade?
I posted about the niggas with these grills. and where the concept of the grill came from and all that. And I got 90 something comments, and I got 94 comments, and 89 of them was negatively geared towards me. And I'm not over exaggerating.
About the minstrel and the gold teeth. It was you. They wanted to break you down.
They start, yeah. And I kept saying, show me somewhere. I'm like, show me where I'm wrong at. Did you read the book? Nobody read the book. Nobody did research on where I got the idea or the concept from. No, it was just you. You are the enemy now.
I'm telling you, man, they'll have you questioning your own sanity. They'll have you feeling bad when you're trying to help them.
Back in like about 3-4 years ago, I would question myself like, damn, my feelings is hurt. Like, y'all just hurt my, that's hurt me right there. That many people think that bad about me. But then once I realized, like, wait a second here, like, I didn't say nothing wrong. I didn't say nothing wrong. And if you didn't even read the book, how can you tell me I'm wrong? If you didn't even,
Because they want to equate gold teeth, gold grills being worn in ancient times too. So it's
people start, and look, this is how
it's nothing wrong with this rapper having it, because our ancestors had those grills too.
I call it Google scholarship. It's Google scholarship, where you Google something, you read a comment online that you don't agree with, and then you go right to Google, and you think Google is going to have all the answers to debunk what someone says. It's called Google scholarship. Do you know how much hidden information it is in books, because they know these Negroes don't read nothing? Google ain't gonna tell you everything. So people was coming up with, the Mayans, the ancient Mayans, I ain't talking about the Mayans.
And they didn't have gold teeth. They had turquoise stones and things like that.
And they had stones in their teeth. That's not a grill. Like,
they didn't have a pull-out grill. You know what I'm saying?
And then the one girl showed me some ancient braces. Of course Black people created. We were the first to create a lot of things, including including surgery, the brain surgery, and all kind of things. That ain't even what I was talking about. And she showed me some ancient braces. Like, see, this is a grill. No, that's not a grill. Why are you looking for a reason to disagree with me? Just read the book, do the research that I did, read the book that I read, and then disagree. I'm not trying to force you to, you know what I mean? But
because you're calling out these trash rappers.
See what I'm saying?
Who's wearing gold teeth, gold fronts? That's why it's a problem. Because you calling out a trash rapper who wears grills. That's smelling like the menstrual picture you had.
Yeah.
That's smelling just like it. You see how the DNA kicking back in again?
Yeah. Hot ass breath. Your teeth is green. Look like you done drunk some swamp water. You got fungus and bacteria all in your mouth because you run around. I don't care. It's the truth. Your teeth is decayed and your breath stank. And you got these grills in your mouth. Now, of course, we make everything flashy and put diamonds and all this crazy stuff on it. That's because we royalty, right? But that ain't where the concept of all that came from. It came from because they would make us.
They don't know nothing about the menstrual papers. They don't know nothing.
Man, them niggas that be shucking and jiving for massa, skipping and they would wear them big teeth to make it look like all black people is cheesing like them big old sample. That's where it came from.
Little lips, exactly.
Big lips and them teeth that they would put in. That's where the concept of the grill came from. It didn't come from no African king. That's why I said, show me an African king with them old grills in his mouth like that. No, you notice how nobody showed me. Google, you can't even Google that. You can't even Google a picture of an African king with a grill in his mouth like these niggas is running around with on. So
Right.
leave me alone. Like, stop. That's why I don't even take it personal. It's like
Yeah, exactly. And
you
most
just.
of it is just hilarious, hilariously sad. Give you a
It's
good laugh,
hilariously sad.
give you a good laugh, and then you just shake your head and say, "Damn, they so sleep."
I just stopped responding.
That's why Marcus Garvey say, "Leave them. You can't help them."
I stopped responding because everybody, new people would come on with the same. Oh, grills didn't start with slavery.
And
A
they don't have
thousand people,
no reference to what they said.
and that ain't even what I said on my post. I didn't say grills started with slavery.
Sure didn't. Sure didn't.
I said the origins of that Sambo stuff started with the famous minstrels, and the whole concept
And
of
that was
Negroes
after.
cheesing.
And that was
And,
after slavery.
yeah, and
So there's no way
entertaining.
you could have said it started in slavery because that was going on after slavery.
See how ignorant. I didn't say it started with slavery. Like, man, like it can get on. It can get on your nerves if you really think about how lost some people are. I'm not going to use the word stupid, but if the shoe fits, some of that stuff, some of them people were saying that I love. They're my people. I love them, but some of them comments was real stupid, and they be thinking that they're so right that they'll insult you. Like, people start insulting me. I didn't say nothing disrespectful to nobody. I didn't. I didn't say nothing disrespectful or out of line, or I didn't say anything demeaning, trying to like put you down or make you feel like I know more than you. I didn't say none of that. And yet people was like,
They was going in on you?
they was going in on me.
What they was saying?
Oh my God. Like, where do I
You
start?
don't even know where to begin, right?
I don't even know where to begin. It'll just thinking about some of that stuff they would say.
They start attacking you personally, like disrespecting you as a character.
Yeah, he needs to change his name to Clout Chaser, because this one guy said,
You see how dumb that sound?
no, this one guy said, how does this even, what's the point or something? I said, maybe it's just ain't the point to you. Maybe you just don't understand it. Or I'm paraphrasing. I don't remember quite what I said, but he said, check your likes. You ain't nobody liking what you saying. And I said, I don't make posts for likes. I don't make posts so all kind of people can like what I say. I just plant seeds, and it's on you if you want to water it or not. I don't post to make a post to see how many people gonna like it. I don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? So, and I said that. I told something to that degree. I said something like that, and here come this girl out of nowhere, like, I don't even know why she jumped in that, but she came in and calling me a clout chaser, and I need to change my name from Khufu to Clout Chaser. And I just was sitting there reading what she was saying.
You had to laugh on that one, though.
And then both of them started going back and forth on me. And I'm not going to respond.
On your post.
On my post. I wasn't even talking to her. I don't even know where she came from. Dude wasn't even on my friends list, so I don't even know where he came from.
I swear Facebook be showing them clowns I would post to get them started on us.
And I asked him, did you read the book, brother? No, I didn't read it.
Oh,
he didn't read the book.
At least he was honest. He didn't read it.
I'm like, well, damn, what's the point?
Idiot.
What?
He's being an honest idiot.
I mean, like,
he's
if you read the book, we can talk.
But
we can dialogue, Mm-hmm. If you read the book, we can dialogue about what you disagree with me on. But don't not read the book and then be like, nah, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, dude, like, okay. So you just got to let people I just stopped responding.
And sometimes they be jealous that you have a certain knowledge that they can't never acquire because, like I said, a lot of them is new. I mean, like really fairly new.
And they don't have the discipline to read a full book. They don't even have enough discipline to read.
Some of them didn't even finish school. You can tell.
You can read a text message on your phone, though. You can read a comment on Facebook, but you won't open up a book,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's the problem. And they
That's
hide
right.
information in books because they know that
You ain't
is
gonna
we
pick
have
it up and read it. You don't
yeah, they
care.
know we've been socially
Mhm.
engineered to not want to read.
And that's
And,
another thing. A part of white supremacy plan. Oh, they like reading. They like being educated because they know that's where we come from.
yeah, we
Educated
created the
minded
language.
people.
We created writing.
Oh, we're gonna give them trash education.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna make them hate reading. That's why I get on my granddaughter now about reading.
And but guess what though? Negroes show love them Bible verses, huh?
Yeah,
Their
they know
show
that.
will read that goddamn Bible. Yo, they'll read that.
Yeah, they know
Ain't
that.
that ain't you notice that? Oh, they'll read that. But
Mm-hmm.
you won't read nothing outside of that.
Mm-mm. And
Something is something.
half of them ain't even reading that. They repeating what the pastor told them.
Or they just reading the verses that they feel resonate with
That
them.
good with them. Exactly. That proves their point to keep reading that.
It's
Yeah.
it's 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 sad. What time is it? It's
Yeah,
almost 11 o'clock.
exactly. We gonna do it. We always got more time. There's always another day because these topics
Hey,
there's so many parts to these topics. We can possibly talk about this in one
nah,
episode.
not in one night. We'll be up all night. You know
And
what I
we still
mean?
will have to keep going. You know what I mean?
It's definitely has to be a part two.
Yeah.
Definitely has to be a part two. Cause I got so much to say that I didn't even get a chance to say because there was so much other stuff to talk about.
Right, right.
I love that though. I love dialogue. I love communication. I love building. You know what I mean? So I'm always open, and I appreciate you
Let me
having
see.
me
It looks
come
like
on.
somebody got a comment.
Huh?
Let me see. There's a comment right here, real quick. This comment had to say. Let's see what this comment is saying. You're talking fact, but black people, we just know how powerful we are. Going to bed, but we'll listen and reply. God bless you too. That's AI with Dylan Salmon. Yeah, true.
All right, you
You're
too,
talking
brother.
fact, but
Much
black
respect.
people.
It's all love. You and you speaking fact too. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I totally agree with what that brother said, and much love and respect to you. I also have to go to bed. Um, and like I said, I'm honored. I love your show. I appreciate you having me come on. Um, we definitely have to. I would love to come back and finish our conversation, finish our bill, our conversation. So, because there's some other things I wanted to talk about
Mm-hmm.
the about music, and I'm gonna do some. I got some PowerPoints and stuff I'm about to put together though, because you got my adrenaline flowing now. I got some stuff to say. I got some PowerPoints I want to come across, and some statistics. See, I'm
Right.
into statistics about
Yeah, facts and figures. Mm-hmm.
yeah. I don't just talk out the side of my neck. I like to come with some stuff that people can do their own research on, right? And see that because I ain't just trying to make you believe what I say. I'm just trying to. So I got some things that I want to bring up and come up with. I'm gonna put together some PowerPoints, and then we can go from there. Um,
Right.
so
Yeah,
like I
so
said,
tomorrow
hmm
night we have I was trying to type it, but I don't know. I'm kind of like half looking and half not looking, so I know I didn't type this right, but I'm gonna just read it out anyway, so I have to retype it. So tomorrow, I forgot the R, tomorrow night at 8:30 Eastern Time, 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. Sophia Stewart, Mother of the Matrix, will be live streaming on Real Radio.
powerful, powerful
So if
man.
you guys are not busy tomorrow, 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific, tune in to Real Radio Talk like you're doing now. And
That's
Sophia
going to be
Stewart is,
powerful.
oh
That's
my
her
God.
mind is man.
Mm,
Her mind is amazing to even come up with that concept because it's so deep. That's one of the deepest movies I've ever saw.
right.
When you know how to relate what's really happening to what was happening in that movie,
Yep.
man, that I mean, that's just supreme knowledge right there. That's supreme story writing. concept creation. Like, so yeah, that's gonna be powerful.
I hope that you're not busy tomorrow because I would definitely like to have you on to reason with her because I'm sure you got a lot of questions you might want to ask her and things like that.
I will. I'm not gonna miss it. I can't. I'm coming. I'll be here. I'll be here.
Okay.
So I'm
All right.
definitely gonna hit that link and come in, and I'd like to speak to the sister. And I do have some questions. So yeah, that's gonna be a beautiful thing.
That's right. That's
So
right.
let me get out of here. Peace
And
to
thank you for
the
being here.
audience. Peace to you.
Yes,
Much
I
love and
truly
respect.
appreciate you. Thank you,
Thank
Brother
you for having
Kufu.
me on.
Yes, it was a pleasure, definitely. And you know what?
All
You
right.
probably didn't expect it to expand like this, but look, we expanding.
I I I I knew it would. I knew it would because there's so much to say and we so far behind in things we need to do as a people and as a community and as a black man and black woman. It's like we it can't just go an hour.
Exactly.
We got so much work to do.
Yeah, we got a
It's
duty that
just
we got to fulfill,
yeah.
Exactly.
And
So we'll
so
link up tomorrow. Another
all right.
another episode tomorrow. And have a blessed night. Love and gratitude to you.
Peace and love. See you
Yes,
tomorrow. All right.
peace.